And a very pleasant good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be watching from. My name is Jimmy Finizzi, the host of From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network, and alongside Kyle Manifold and Bill from the Orange and Back Check, the Flyers podcast right here on this fine network. We welcome you to another THPN watch party. As tonight, we have a huge Metro Division rivalry matchup. As it is playoff clinching season, baby. We got the New York Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers live from Madison Square Garden tonight. Before we get into tonight's game and the playoff clinching scenarios, gentlemen, it's a pleasure to speak with you. Bill, it's nice to meet you for the first time. How are you doing?
Dude, it's been way too long. This has been a long time coming for metropolitan rivals. The fact that this is our first watch along together. It is a travesty, but good to be here.
No, it really is a crime. It really is a crime, no question.
We'll blame Kyle for not putting us together.
That's a good point. I'll take that. I'll take the heat.
Kyle, how's everything with you, my man? Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Good, yeah. I got some graphics ready for potential teams clinching tonight and in the future. And it's funny that you guys are meeting tonight, considering the importance of how big the game is tonight, because Rangers can clinch and Flyers trying to keep their hopes alive a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's even a doubt that the Flyers are going to make the playoffs. It's just a matter of when they'll clinch. They can't clinch tonight, but they'll be able to clinch hopefully within the next week or so, as far as Flyer fans are concerned. Speaking of clinching,
context here, real quick. Context.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Flyers have 81 points, currently third in the Metro. Capitals at 79, who play the Red Wings tonight, who are at 78 points outside of the playoff.
Oh, never mind.
Take that as you will.
It's a lot closer than I thought. Never mind.
Yeah,
because now all of a sudden, Washington went from not scoring to now all of a sudden they're scoring in bunches now, and their goaltending has actually been pretty decent. So now you got a situation where, now you're only 2 points in front of the Capitals. Now you're trying to battle for a wild card spot here potentially, which could be not the worst case scenario for the Flyers, considering where you were last season. I mean, full disclosure, Bill, I thought you guys were going to be trashed this season, and I was
so did everyone else.
I was not expecting them to be battling for a playoff.
Bill, it's nice to meet you. Your team.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I think it's funny. Like, DraftKings had the over/under, I think it's 75.5 points, and even for as pessimistic as I was entering this season, I have come around thanks to my co-host Scott. He convinced me I'm going to throw some coin on the over, and that hit. I think it was March 9th, like that. I already cashed that check, and it's like this team they're not ahead of schedule in terms of the rebuild. We have to there's a reason they moved Sean Walker at the deadline for a first round pick. There's a reason they made these moves. So they're a team that's just overachieving in this sense. And that's a good thing. That's not it's not going to harm their rebuild. It's not going to harm the future of this club because of their stance. And I think it's just a lot of I'm just basking in the moment. Are the Capitals nipping at our heels? And it just so happens that we're looking at another 2010 situation where the Flyers and Capitals are playing the last game of the season. Could that be a playoff meaning matchup? Absolutely. I'd rather just get this thing done now, get a win tonight against the Rangers, clear yourself another 2 points, and then just see what happens and just continue to bag points that you can find. And this has been a stressful couple of weeks here for the Flyers, thanks to the schedule. That's for sure.
I mean, me personally as a Ranger fan, I hope you go down tonight. But in all seriousness,
you're going down.
In all seriousness, though, this should be a very tight, competitive game between both teams. I would not be surprised if tonight goes to overtime, as we got RJ, our scoreboard aficionado, in the house. What's going on, RJ? We got Samuel Ersson versus Igor Shesterkin tonight, the goaltending matchup for both teams. Ersson's been on a tear this season. I've been very surprised with how well he's been playing. We got my man Goza in the house. He's predicting a 4-1 Rangers win tonight. We want to know who you have winning tonight and what your score prediction is. Leave a comment down below. We'd really appreciate it. And as RJ said, make sure you smash that like button. Also subscribe to the THPN YouTube channel if you are not already subscribed. And look who decided to show up early for once. What's up, Angus?
Angus.
What's wrong with you?
So,
How you Angus, in all seriousness, see ya.
Hello, Angus, and Goza too. Just for, again, more context for tonight's game here for the Rangers, they can clinch a playoff spot if they either A, defeat the Flyers in any fashion tonight, or if they get 1 point and the Red Wings lose to Washington in any fashion tonight. So that's the clinching scenario there. I'll run through the other two very quickly as well.
Yeah, sure.
Panthers can clinch. They play Boston tonight, so whoever wins that matchup tonight will clinch a playoff spot regardless. A lot of it hinges on the Red Wings losing to the Capitals tonight. Same thing for the Carolina Hurricanes. They can get in if they beat the Penguins, and they would need the Red Wings to also, again, lose to the Capitals in any fashion. So a lot of it hinges on Detroit losing tonight for a lot of teams to clinch.
It's clinching season, baby, and we are all here. What is going on, Richard? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Richard, welcome in, sir.
I know you're a Flyer fan, so you're hoping for my demise tonight, but it is what it is there. Angus says 3-1 Rangers win. All right, I'm liking the Ranger predictions. Bill, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, I was like the fact that you just said it, we're in clinching season for the playoffs. Where did the season go? I feel like
that's what I was going to say.
I feel like just 3 days ago we were talking preseason hockey and talking about what we were expecting for this season. We were doing our roundtable preseason on YouTube here with the rest of the hockey podcast crew. Talking trade deadline was like an hour and a half ago. Like, my God, this has been a quick season, and it always seems to be that way. When it comes around this time.
Well, this season especially, I feel, has gone by probably the fastest out of any hockey season that I've watched personally, considering the fact that you've had a bunch of surprise teams that you didn't expect to be as good as you thought. Like, hey, the Flyers, for example, like I said, nobody and their grandmother thought the Flyers were going to be battling for a playoff spot this year, let alone be third place in the Metropolitan Division. Nobody expected Vancouver to be where they are. Nobody expected the Jets to be where they are. You go through all these different team scenarios here. This has been a very weird yet quick NHL season, and I'm really depressed that it's almost over.
Yeah, but the good thing is you have to say, well, at least we have the playoffs right around the corner. Nothing beats the NHL playoffs. Like that will get me through, and then it'll be over in mid-June, and it's like, okay. Now,
so, Bill, considering how close it is in the standings, what do you envision the magic number has to be points-wise for the Flyers to get in?
So
by the way, we're underway from MSG. So go ahead.
Okay.
So the Flyers have 10 games left after including tonight. They gotta convert at least probably 50 to 60% of that. With 20 points on the table, they got to get up to like 93, 98. Like between that number, I think that gets them clear.
I agree with that.
It's very stressful, especially if they drop another one tonight.
I agree with that.
So you said too that
really chance right there to save by Harrison, and he holds it.
They play Washington at the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Game 82. Yep.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. So they have. Oh my gosh. Well, you have the Islanders coming up too. Don't forget, and the Rangers again, and the Devils. So. Woo.
Yeah, the schedule gets crazy. I mean, they're on the back end of this gauntlet that they've been going through between the Boston and the Torontos of the world. Obviously, they just lost the other night against the Florida Panthers. Then they have Montreal after this, and then Chicago, which is just kind of cool because you get to see Bedard here in Philly. And then it kind of eases up a little bit. But again, you still have the Islanders, but then you got Sabres and the Jackets, I think it is. It's very odd. It's a very odd schedule, and you gotta win the games that you know that they're teams that are not in the playoffs. You can lose tonight and not have it be the end of the world. It's not good, but it's not the end of the world for this team.
100% correct. 100%.
So I got to get Bill's take then on this because it's been all over the news the last week with Torts and Couturier.
Oh boy!
Your thoughts?
Here we go.
Listen,
here we go.
It had never been. It's never about this. It's never. I should preface this by saying it's not always specifically about that player that's being benched. Was Couturier playing bad? No, but he wasn't playing up to his potential. But the team was also on a huge slump. They had just lost in historic fashion, 7-0, and then 6-2, I think it was, to I'm blanking. It was 7-0 was the Lightning.
I think it was Toronto. I think maybe.
Toronto was 6-2. That's right. Yep.
It was Toronto. You're right.
So you just gotta all right, I gotta send a message, and it's kind of like the last desperate attempt to just pull the plug and pull the trigger on. I'm gonna bench the new captain that was just named 30 days ago or whatever it was. And it certainly pissed Couturier off. I don't blame him for being pissed off.
Yeah.
And the team got to win. The team got to win on the night that he was benched, or the first game, and they responded well. So I'm fine with it. I'd have liked him to talk a little bit more about it. Like, he was asked about it in the media, and he kind of dodged the question, knowing full well like that's the question that's going to be asked. Now, after me bitching and moaning about that, he did apologize to the media for how he acted, being asked about how he thought about
which I commend him for.
Yeah, like, he always has me on my toes. Every time I think I'm high on Torts, he does something like what he does on Couturier, and I'm like, okay, this guy isn't right. And then he does something like he just did with Sandstrom earlier this afternoon, and I'm like,
he was like that with the Rangers too,
for sure.
So
and like that's the thing. Like,
nobody is safe. Absolutely, Richard, you're right about that.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing. I don't care who he benches in that. Like, you got to do what's best for your team.
Yep.
But at least answer to the media, man. Like, you got to answer
to some extent. You can give a non-answer too. Like,
what's up, Danelle? How are you, man? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you don't have to go into like a super long-winded answer, but don't say I'm not talking about it. That's what really pissed me off about it. And it's like, on one hand, I get why he's doing it, but on the other, it's like, well, of course we were going to ask, because you dodged the media in the afternoon that day, and then you're kind of dodging them again in the post game. So, like, come on, do something about it. But Jimmy, like, am I just in the typical roller coaster ride of how Torts goes? Like, in like 2 years, a year and a half, that's going to be the end of it, and I'm going to be completely off on the Torts ride, or am I just going to have to live with what I have and hope to enjoy it?
I mean, at this point, you might as well just deal with it. Truthfully, I don't know how long it's going to last. I really don't know, because with Torts, it's like a ticking time bomb with him. You don't know when he's going to go off on certain things. You never know when he's going to become cool. He can literally go off at any given moment. So at this point, given the fact that he's been the coach of the Rangers for X amount of years, I'm going to say, unfortunately, it's something you have to deal with. But he is still a really good coach. I personally thought the game is passing by, as we see the Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead over the Bruins. Evan Rodriguez has scored. Big first goal there for the Panthers. Richard's saying, in reality, who else are you benching? Atkinson, Brink, Frost, and others have been benched. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a great point, Richard. Like, all of those players have had some sort of wrath of Torts, however you want to put it, this season. And the only guy that hadn't,
put it, the wrath of Torts.
Yeah, like the only guy that hadn't was Couturier. And the weird taste in everyone's mouth here in Philly was just because he had literally just been named captain. And we went an entire season and a half, whatever the exact number was, I can't remember. But you didn't have a captain last year. Most of this season, most of the first half of this season, you didn't have a captain until obviously with Couturier. But then you read articles like Torts was a driving force of getting Couturier named captain. It wasn't like he was against the will. It was a upper management level with Briere
early transfers to Benajad. I thought that hit a little bit of iron, but he just missed that one wide. Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
No, I was just a fan of Jeff. If I have to hear him score another goal against the Flyers, it'll be too soon. My God, he is a Flyer killer. He's not going to be up there. He's not going to be up there with the likes of Crosby at the year, but it feels like it every time these two teams play. Zibanejad always seems to get a goal, and it's just so annoying.
Absolutely. That's exactly where I was going next, Richard. He has given them the gut punch that they needed. That the Flyers have been missing that for years. If anybody can give this team a gut punch, it's Torts, no question.
Yeah. So you wonder, like, if they can crawl their way in, like, how competitive can they make a series with a Carolina, or if they fall back far to the wild card spot with a Rangers or a Panthers? Or
I could probably say around like six games at most.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
I would much rather go against Carolina. I think they match up with them a little bit better than obviously Paul. Yeah,
wow,
I think
really.
Like if you're going to be a 1 or 2 wild card, you're talking about potentially Boston, maybe Florida, obviously if they can crawl their way back up there. But like, I don't want to face your Rangers in the first round.
I think interesting. I never thought I'd hear you say that. Wow.
Yeah,
well, a chance saved by Erson. Good chance for Braden Schneider from a far angle. Hey, there he is. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, my man? Thanks as always for joining us. Much appreciated. We are just about 5 minutes into this game. Still no score between the Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers. If the Rangers win tonight, or if they at least get a point, they will officially clinch a spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and basically half the East will qualify if the Rangers win. So take that with a grain of salt.
Well, again, the matchup you're looking at tonight, if the Red Wings lose tonight, there's a lot of teams that can clinch tonight. So
yeah,
that's interesting. I would think the Flyers match up well with the Rangers.
They might. Like I'm not saying that they should be trying to avoid them. Maybe. I just think they can win. I mean, truthfully, I think they're the classic team that everyone says you don't want to face this team in round 1. That kind of team. I think there's something about Carolina that is can be exploited by the Flyers. But you also
what do you think? It's their goaltending?
Yeah, I don't think the Carolina goaltending is as strong. But the problem is there's no real true goal scorer. Tyson Forrester is starting to become that guy. He has 18 goals on the season. His shot is absolutely wicked. If you're able
it's so lethal.
It's so and what's also great about him is, and this is why Torts started to fall in love with him last season, he plays 200 feet. He plays a great defensively, and he can score on a whim like he has tonight throughout this season.
That's a Torts guy, right?
Yeah, it's a Torts guy. I would love it if someone let me find the comment. Richard, this was a great comment. He's right. There's no superstars on the Flyers yet, but you have things in the pipeline that could potentially become superstars.
Exactly.
Potentially Forrester, obviously Michkov, that's down the line 2 or 3 years, whatever the heck it is, over in Russia. But these guys can certainly become the superstars that we're referring to. Even Owen Tippett. Owen Tippett just signed that big extension. I think he has the potential to be a superstar.
Oh, wow. I don't mean to cut you off, Bill. I apologize. But Alexis Lafreniere just had a gorgeous chance on a deflection, and Erson just made a beautiful pad save to rob Alexis Lafreniere. That's a big save early in this game.
I love Erson. With all the controversy or the however you want to call it, with what happened with our other former goalie,
Carter Hart.
That's no longer with the team. I thought
I heard that he actually got interest to play overseas. Is that true?
I did see that rumor. Apparently, he's being
KHL,
looked at
probably
in the KHL over in Russia while the investigation's going on. But the rumor, I forget who was reporting it, but they said he would have to get special permission by the Canadian officials and all that stuff. So,
I
mean,
see.
Cool.
If you don't want him to kind of like.
It's a little weird too, because like I don't know what the expedition rules are or expedition laws are.
I'm not sure about that either.
Friedman shut it down anyway. That was from the Hockey News, so there was a link, but Friedman shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Fox, because Zibanejad one-timer just misses wide there. Flyers able to take it back with 12 minutes to go in the first period. Still no scores. The puck is lifted out of the zone, just on side of the Rangers, and now here comes Zach Jones. He moves it and shoots. That's blocked. Rebound by Roslovic. No good. And it goes out of play with 11:48 to go in the first. Still no score between the Rangers and the Flyers in the first period. Oh, here we go with the food puns again, fellas. Angus, you and Goza and Andrew crack me up with those every single time I stream. So thank you for keeping some form of entertainment here. We're trying to be professionals, and y'all are just like...
Jimmy, you can click summary, by the way, on the little tab thingy, by the way. If you want, like, they update, like, the penalties and stuff on there, so...
Oh, okay. I didn't want to see... Yeah, no, there we go. My bad. Move that. There we go.
Look nice.
Yeah, look at
technology. Yeah.
yeah, look at me trying to figure out technology. Who knew?
We can't broadcast the game, but we can give you a fancy scoreboard.
Yeah, no, yeah,
It's so fancy.
It's a beautiful.
Yeah, because otherwise we'll get in trouble by the police. But anyway,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they'll come breaking down our doors.
It's just like that, just like that one clip that constantly plays on social media. FBI, open up!
Yeah,
that's gonna be us if we're not careful.
Imagine. Janelle ordered the
Rangers. Me to let you know, I ordered the Rangers alternate third jersey late last night from Adidas. Oh, you got the Adidas jersey. Cool. I like that. Did you get? Is there anybody on the back or is it blank, Danelle?
That's kind of the right way to go, eh? Like blank.
I am always a proponent of the blank jersey, unless you know that unless it's a seasoned alum. How you doing? Unless it's a seasoned alum like an Eric Lindros of the world or someone like that, Lundqvist for the Rangers, like that. Or
I have a Lundqvist jersey, and I also have his autographed stick in the background.
Oh, nice! That's awesome. Yeah, I have recently become
right, Andrew.
For other sports other than football, American football. That's when I will get a personalized jersey. But like hockey, soccer, like I'm wearing, like it'll just be blank. I'm not going to go for any particular player.
No, that's fair.
Well,
did
for a
Bill
question
ever
for
get
Bill,
Flyer Stadium Series jersey in Adidas or no?
I did not. I know Scott, my co-host, was considering it.
Okay.
I think.
And by the way, I forgot to mention, Bill's co-host Scott will be joining us later on the stream, most likely during the second period. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that's my thing, Angus. Like anytime that either the player gets traded after I buy them, within a year, 2 years, or
that's what happens.
That's fair.
What's worse, they get traded, or like as soon as you buy the jersey for that player,
Johnny Brzezinski went high and wide. Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
No, cut me off. That's fine. No, the other thing, or I buy the jersey and then the player drops off and becomes a total scrub in the league and just absolutely cannot play the sport anymore and is out of the team and not even a contributing factor. Like Carson Wentz is a great example here in Philly. Like everyone bought his jersey and then he fell off a cliff.
Dude, do we want to go back to that?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm pretty sure at this point you'd rather have Nick Foles back.
Yeah, I mean that's a discussion for
it. It is blank. Okay, Danelle, thank you for that.
Yeah,
nice.
That's when that's a discussion in June or July when we're struggling for content here in the off season.
I only have 2 Flyer jerseys in my collection. Who do you have on the back of them? Is my question, Goza.
I only have blank jerseys. I learned my lesson the hard way.
Yeah, especially with Calgary, you cannot trust it.
The only former jersey that I have is of Ryan Callahan, former Ranger captain, because I got that when he was still I got that when he was still the alternate captain. I got it as a Christmas gift, and then 2-3 years later, he gets traded to Tampa. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do now?
Did he ever end up winning a cup with Tampa or no?
I don't believe so.
I don't think he did.
I gotta double check that actually. I'll double check during the commercial break.
Well, because if he went in like 2014 and he made I think he made the final when they.
I think he may have made it, but a turnover there. Ted moves in, a backhander save by Shesterkin. And there's another chance right there and a save by Shesterkin as he lost his stick in the process as the puck deflects up high and out of play. 2 golden chances by the Flyers, and Shesterkin stopped them both.
Bill, where's your confidence level if the Flyers drop one tonight?
Yeah, like I said, it's not the end of the world for me. Like if my confidence right now is at like 87, 85-ish, like that they'll make the playoffs, like it drops to maybe like 79, 80. Like it doesn't end the world for me. Like I said, because they what I have learned my lesson about with this team under Torts again and what he has taught this team is compared to the last 2 seasons where not even last season, like the season prior to last year and the prior to that one and the one in 2020, what would happen is this team would go up 2-1, 3-1, something like that, give up the goal that would either tie it or cut it down to 1, and they would completely fall apart. That does not happen to this team anymore. Torts has helped them gain mental toughness and the ability to play without the puck and to make defensive moves like we have seen scattered throughout tonight. that they don't let the 7-0 losses, the 6-2 losses get them down when they do happen. It's part of the learning process for this team. So if they lose tonight, I'm not going to be worried. They'll still come back, and the next game they'll be ready to go against Montreal in a couple days.
Oh yeah, Montreal.
Not 9:40 to go, first period. Still no score. Speaking of Montreal, I'm actually going to be at the Rangers game versus the Montreal Canadiens on Sunday, April 7th at the Garden. If you are going to be at that game, and if you see me, please feel free to say hello. I'll make a post about it on our socials at BlueSeats94 during the next couple of weeks as we head into commercial break with 9:28 to go in the first period. Rangers and Flyers are still scoreless. And now I need to look up if Ryan Callahan ever won a Stanley Cup. I want to say...
I don't believe he did. That's my guess. I don't believe he did.
Yeah, I don't think he was on.
Let's find out. Ryan Callahan. He did not. He did not win a cup with Tampa Bay.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Interesting.
Because he got traded there. When did he get traded there? I have a Chris Pronger Blues jersey, but I do not mind his name being on the back.
No, see, Pronger's one of those like goodie. Yeah, that's a great.
It's a good
previous Adidas home jersey with Nolan Patrick.
Oh God, I am so sorry.
Really?
Yikes!
Ooh.
I can't believe how quickly we forget about him. Right?
Yeah, the last time prior to this evening, the last time I heard Nolan Patrick's name is the rumor that he retired and was like a financial advisor now or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if he's
right.
But apparently that's still not that was neither confirmed nor denied, despite it being
by the way,
very
Kyle,
odd.
To answer your question on when Callahan went to Tampa, he did go there in 2014. I totally forgot about this. He was actually involved in the trade that sent Marty St. Louis to the Rangers.
That's right.
Which I totally forgot about, because that trade helped propel the Rangers to the Stanley Cup final that year, and we all know what happened after that, and I choose to forget about it. But anyway, I digress.
Have any of you guys seen the Nordiques jerseys that were prototypes before they moved to Denver? I think they were like the baby blue ones, right?
If they're the baby blue ones, yes, I have seen them, and they're glorious.
Yeah,
at
least in my opinion. We got a trivia question tonight. Who holds the Rangers record for hat tricks in one season?
Ooh.
That's a really good question. That's a really good question, actually.
Well, it's not Gretzky.
No, it's not
Gretzky.
I do have a jersey from the oldest UK hockey club from Scotland, the Fife Flyers, who are still in business since 1938, and they're still... Really? Wait, what arena are they in?
Original arena. Wow, that's really cool.
I would hope they made updates to that arena ever since.
It's just falling apart. It's like Fenway Park.
I was saying locally, the Rangers' alternate third jersey is better than the Islanders' alternate third jersey and Devils' alternate third jersey. With both jerseys, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I think we can all agree that any of those jerseys are better than the Islanders Stadium Series jerseys.
Yeah, that just looked like,
yes.
That's just like Microsoft Word clip art that they used for the Islanders. If you remember when we were all young and in elementary school. Oh God.
We actually have a couple of guesses on that trivia question. A couple of people are saying Rod Gilbert, Goza, and Richard are good. That's actually a really good guess. I didn't think of Rod Gilbert, to be honest with you.
I wonder if it's got to be like even Marion Gaborik. Remember Gaborik when he played for the Rangers?
Oh my, Marion Gaborik. I was thinking of ago? Too. Yeah,
Gaborik.
Jaromir Jagr, maybe
Jagr, Messier. I don't know if maybe it's a top name like that. I would imagine what Zibanejad or Panarin, they must have had a couple hot tricks too recently.
What if
I don't know? Maybe it's somebody.
What if it's just chalk? What if it's just Messier? Could it be Messier?
If it's Messier, it's Messier. I'm not sure.
You know, it doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it could just be Messier. I mean,
could it be Esposito?
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's a good guess.
Bad one.
If you want to go further back, maybe who the heck was I thinking of? The defenseman from the '60s, Brad Park.
Or it's someone from 1922, and we're never
no idea.
Watch it be like Bill Cook from 1938.
Right, like that. Yeah, like that. No, who's gonna actively guess Bill Cook?
No. Thomas Sandstrom. Remember him from the 80s?
That might be it.
Stanstrom from
He
the
had a
80s?
couple of
There's
who asked the question?
right?
That might be it.
I think it was MSG. I think they the MSG network asked that.
I
think
MSG asked that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they have a trivia question every Ranger game. So
okay, yeah. I feel like the Phillies.
I wish Sportsnet did that for us, but nope.
Yeah, I know. The Rangers do it. The Yankees do it when they start. The Mets do it. Do the Devils? The Devils do it, I think, on their own. On
TSN here they do it for the Leafs, but it's only when they want to how many goals will Matthews get this year, guys? It's ridiculous.
Morty Baron.
Marty Biron. That's
and
funny.
Radek Bong too. That's funny.
Oh my god.
Angus saying, has any NHL player ever worn number 0?
I don't think so.
I thought one did in particular. What the heck was the guy's name again? Oh god, that's gonna bother me. Shoot.
Let's find out. Who is number 0? Let's find
Isn't
out.
Isn't there one currently wearing 0 or no?
So the league actually banned players from wearing the number 0 or
okay.
double
That's what I thought. Okay.
This was due to the NHL not being able to register anyone with the number in their database. There has never been a player in the NFL and college football that are currently wearing. Well, I mean that's clearly changed now, but anyway.
I was gonna
wait. The NHL database cannot compute the numbers.
Come on, are you serious? Come on,
that's
people.
pathetic.
There's
lot. There's so many things that this league needs to work on. The first thing they now have to do.
Matt Rempe's getting involved in the action. He just dove to block a good chance, and then he just laid out a good hit on somebody, and everybody's cheering for the Rempire Express.
Of the what?
Yeah, that's a thing now. Apparently, the Rempire Express.
Yeah, you got a good.
Yes. I'm sorry. No, the Rempire Strikes Back. I'm sorry, that was the correct name of it.
That is ridiculous.
That's what I said. I literally said, "Can we slow down? It's only 10 games into his career. Come on, people."
That's amazing.
Yeah, Richard, I saw that promo too. I know we're a hockey podcast network.
What a freaking block by Rempe that was, though.
I cannot wait for baseball opening day. There's something I love. 2 favorite days: NHL opening day and MLB opening day. There's something about it.
I agree wholeheartedly. Even though I have no expectations for the Yankees, I'm still really excited.
Sure. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm a Blue Jays fan over here. On this
It's just something about it. It's like when you see I don't know if you guys are golfers. Like when you see the first advertisement for the Masters. You're like, spring is almost here.
Although
thank God.
I will admit to you, every time I see the commercial for the Masters when they play that Georgia song, I do get a little bit of chills. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so good.
The Masters is just. I'm so excited again. Who's gonna
Dallas
win?
Stars jersey, current lights show thirds, or the Galactic Bowl.
The way Wyndham Clark is playing right now, I would put money on him. I am a Rory guy. Right. I can't believe he missed. I thought how that putt did not go in blows my mind. No, I think I'm always a Rory guy. I love Rory. I think he plays the game right. He just hasn't been able to close it out. Yeah. He just hasn't been able to close it out. I think he's.
What about Dustin Johnson?
Yeah, but he's a live guy. I'm a little anti-live.
I understand.
Live guys kind of just took the money. Good for you, but
I don't.
He just
I don't think anybody's
that's fair. I'll give you that.
The rumor that they offered Tiger Woods $1 billion and he turned it down. That's crazy.
There was no way.
No shot. I'll either say I don't think anybody's. And then we'll move back to hockey here. I don't think anybody's stopping Scotty Scheffler. Or I like Victor Hovland this year. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because the live players are allowed to play in the Masters. They played in the 4 majors.
They'll play the majors.
Yeah. I mean, Brooks Koepka is always a guy that's going to lurk out there. Maybe he almost won it last year, or did he win it last year?
No. Rahm won it last year.
Oh, that's right. And then, and he won the U.S. Open. That's right.
Yes.
Ryan Callahan never won a Stanley Cup. Last time he played in the NHL was in the 2018-19 season. Yep, you are correct, Danelle. Yes.
That's right.
Meanwhile, 4:35 to go in the first. Still no score. NHL database needs to correct their goal differential.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, like what is that?
It's so
the Dodgers. Yeah. Who knows what that whole that's not a discussion for this network, but
okay.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Good point. He wasn't talking about the Islanders or Double Stadium Series. I was talking about their third jerseys. They're alternate, Jimmy.
Oh, the alternates. Oh, okay. In that case, then yes, it is. In my opinion, it's better than both teams. Absolutely.
Yes, for sure. And this is why we're not a golf network.
Me not watching golf is why I watch hockey. That's a fair point.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. Okay, me and Bill.
Good one-timer shot.
Hey, Kyle, yeah. if it makes you feel any better, my grandfather is a massive golf fan. Massive. He watches every single tournament every single year. He watches the Masters. He watches the U.S. Open. He'll even watch the British Open. He watches everything.
I'll only watch the majors. That's all that matters.
No, that's fair. I think he told me as of right now. Who did he say his favorite golfer was? I think he said either Rory McIlroy or oh god, who's the other guy? It wasn't Dustin Johnson, was it? No. It was Dustin Johnson. It was Dustin Johnson.
What a comparison is that?
It's like watching flies. What the hell?
At least like say something like paint dry. That I could get.
That I've heard too many times.
Yeah, like that I could.
No, time out. No. Kyle, please pull that comment back up. Yeah. Andrew, my man, I love you, but this is where we're going. This is where we're going. Really?
They just don't understand.
Yeah.
They just don't get it.
And also, actually,
tennis can get pretty intense. If you see a good rally.
For some reason, I find tennis more entertaining sometimes than golf. No offense, Kyle.
It can be. Yeah. No, it certainly can be. Especially like I've been to live events. I've been at they did an event. They had the US Open at Marion here in PA a couple years back in the Delaware County. I think it was Delaware County. And I've been to the US Open up in Queens.
I'm actually quite jealous.
Those are like, if you see those events live, it changes.
Your perspective changes.
Yeah. Yes. It's like
I have heard seeing it live is a lot less boring.
It changes
you know
your perspective.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
I was at another tournament years ago with my dad. I think it was it was the PGA Championship at Baltusrol. I think that's in Jersey.
New York, Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Jersey.
I was like maybe 12 or 13, and it just rained. I think it was a practice round or a first round. It was early, and it rained, so it was muddy as hell. And I just remember seeing a woman fall and slide down, and I'm just like, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen."
Oh my god!
Forget this.
When they play the waste management, everybody gets hammered.
Yeah, they had to put a restriction on it.
Yeah,
they had to stop selling alcohol. Anyway, okay, back to hockey.
Meanwhile, back in the ranch, 3:31 to go in the first. Still no score, and surprisingly, no penalties have been called as of yet.
Yeah, this has been a
very, very clean game between these both teams, which is something that you don't see very often from these two teams.
I wonder if the feeling that the Rangers they only have 8 shots on goal, and that's kind of on track for how if the Flyers are playing well defensively, they kind of
Flyers have 11 shots on goal to 8 for the Rangers.
So I'm curious if it's just that the Flyers are playing really good defense, or there's a little bit of like, hey, we're playing a little bit of tepidness here just for this first 20 minutes for the Rangers because we're a win away from clinching a playoff spot. So
Bill, I'm sorry, Richard. What the hell?
Jesus Christ!
Oh my goodness!
I will say that it's a fair line from that movie, Tin Cup. If you've never seen it,
it is, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, there you go. Justin Thomas is at the game. Good for him. Maybe that'll.
Oh, there.
Nice. Fun fact, the Global Series Melbourne games between the Kings and the Coyotes were played at the Rod Laver Arena, which hosts the Australian Open Tennis. That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's a bigger arena than what the Coyotes are dealing with right now.
Yes.
The University of Arizona.
They were showing they don't have any back support on the seats because they're just they're in a barn, right?
Yeah, it's literally a barn. I mean, it doesn't sound like the Coyotes have any type of support whatsoever in that state. So
just as I said there were no penalties, now we got one. We got a hooking penalty. I think it's on the Rangers. Is it on Adam Fox? Adam Fox is going off. So with 2:18 to go in the first power play of the game will go to the Flyers. Let's see what happened here.
I think he got his stick up in the belly of Forrester.
Oh, yeah. He hooked Forrester. That's a penalty. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
This happens to all of us, Angus.
Well, good thing the Flyers power play is very good. Oh, wait. It's dead last.
Fox, 2 for hooking at 17:42. Yeah, Flyers power play has been struggling lately. And then we got a false start on the face.
Good chance early on, though. Also, these are the only 2 acceptable movies to watch, and then we'll move on.
1,000%. I 1,000% agree. Maple Leafs take a 1-0 lead over the New Jersey Devils as Tyler Bertuzzi scores in that one. They're just underway in Toronto.
If the Devils lose tonight,
are they eliminated? They are eliminated.
They're done. Yeah, really.
I mean, that's gonna be the dagger, probably.
I mean, they've been dead in the water since December.
I was gonna say, it hasn't.
I don't know if Neil's watching, but my God, that's.
We were supposed to do one tonight, but he had family coming over. But
okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What a disappointing.
Wait, Kyle, are you sure he had family? Just kidding.
I don't know. Just take his word for it.
I'm just joking around. I know him. I know him and his family very well. I know he has family over.
Arizona's been handcuffed since they arrived. Gary Bettman cannot accept the disaster. They gotta go.
Yeah, that's a good point. Gary Bettman's very
bring back the Nordiques.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say no. I think they go to Utah.
I did remember.
There were talks about Utah getting a team.
Yeah, they really want to bring one in. Another update.
Bruins have tied the game. Charlie McAvoy.
Beautiful.
50 seconds to go on the Flyers power play. 1:05 to go in the first. Still a scoreless game. That's a one-timer save by Shesterkin. Braden Schneider trying to play defense. He's able to clear the puck out the center.
Also scoreless between the Hurricanes and the Penguins early on as Mason is checking in. Mason, good to see you.
What's up, Mason? How you doing? By the way, we do have a stream going on for the Canes and the Penguins. The Surgecast is on that stream. If that piques your interest, make sure you go check that out as well.
Caniac Sessions, not Surgecast.
Caniac Sessions. I'm sorry, Caniac Sessions. My bad.
Yeah, you got her. If RJ could bring up two, I think the important one tonight probably is Capitals Red Wings. That would be lovely.
Yeah,
that would be lovely. Mason rooting for the Rangers tonight.
You're a Maple Leafs fan, yet you're rooting for my team. Okay, I'll take it.
For standings maybe purposes. I mean,
power play is over. By the way, teams are back at full strength. 12 seconds to go in the first. Battle for the puck at the end boards in the Rangers zone. Now it's loose behind Shesterkin's net. Rangers take it. Adam Fox out of the box. And he's able to get it for Zach Jones. Behind the net for Chad Ruhwedel. He'll just let the clock run out. And that is it for the first period. A scoreless first 20 minutes of action here from the Garden, which, again, very, very surprising given the intensity and importance of this game. So, not a lot happening there in the first 20 minutes, but we still got, we have an update right here. No score, 1:40 left in the first between the Red Wings and the Capitals. Thank you, RJ. Much appreciated. Andrew saying, even before Ruff got fired, they still were going nowhere. I agree with Andrew. That. Even though, in my personal opinion, again, Andrew, you know I've said this before, Lindy Ruff should have been fired a long time ago. So, I mean, hey, better late than never, but he should have been fired like months ago.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
No, not at all.
I'm a Leafs fan. How the hell are you a fan of the Leafs, the Rangers, and the Oilers? How does that work?
Well, the Leafs I can understand.
Let him be. He's gonna like whoever he likes. All right, like just let him be.
Listen. He's been still waiting since 1967 for a cup in Toronto, so he's got to go branch out to other places.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
Listen, all I'm saying is Leafs fans, and I know Scott.
Come on.
Scott will, like co-host Scott will also agree with. I don't think there's any coincidence that the same final year that the last time they won a cup was also the year that the Flyers came into the National Hockey League. Correlation? I think so.
Yes. You guys want to take a break?
When was
let's take a break.
Yeah, I need a break.
1970, I think.
What's that?
When was the Flyers' first year in the
67.
league? 68 or 69? 70?
67.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's take a break, boys. Let's take a 3-minute break here.
Yeah, because God knows my throat needs it. But we're going to step aside. We'll come back. We'll preview more playoff clinching scenarios because we got a lot of them tonight, folks. After 20 minutes of play, no score between the Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers. But don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the THPN YouTube channel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of first intermission between the Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers. And after 20 minutes of play, there is no score between both teams. Only one penalty has been taken. Adam Fox for hooking at 17:42. And that has been about all that has happened. So we mentioned a lot of playoff clinching scenarios. I know Kyle mentioned them at the beginning of the stream, but for those, you do too. So if you are just joining us, we will go over some playoff clinching scenarios for you. As far as the Rangers are concerned, they can clinch tonight if the following happens. They beat the Flyers outright, or they get at least 1 point against the Flyers, and the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in any fashion, or if the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in regulation. That is how the Rangers can clinch. The Carolina Hurricanes, who are also playing tonight against the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh, they can clinch if any of the following occurs. The Red Wings lose to the Capitals in any fashion. The Flyers lose to the Rangers in regulation. The Flyers lose to the Rangers in overtime or a shootout, and the Capitals lose to the Red Wings in regulation, or if they get 1 point versus Pittsburgh and the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in regulation. So a lot on the line for Carolina tonight, but then you have the Florida Panthers, who can clinch tonight if they beat the Bruins in any fashion and any of the following occurs. The Red Wings lose to the Capitals in any fashion. Flyers lose to Rangers in regulation. Flyers lose to Rangers in overtime or shootout, and the Capitals lose to the Red Wings in regulation. Or if they get 1 point versus the Bruins and the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in regulation. And then the Bruins can clinch tonight if they beat the Panthers in any fashion and the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in regulation. So a lot on the line for pretty much half of the Eastern Conference. And if the Rangers win pretty much half the East, we'll clinch the Stanley Cup playoffs, including the Rangers.
Right.
And also...
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to quickly summarize all that because it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ands and ors. So the Rangers, they get in with a win, regardless. Or a lot of it, again, is hinging on the Red Wings losing tonight to Washington, right? So for a lot of the other teams, like you just mentioned with Florida, Carolina, and Boston, not only do they need to win, but they also need the Red Wings to lose. Plus, there was other different scenarios as well, like you mentioned, Philadelphia losing, blah, blah, blah. But that's just to kind of summarize it. So,
yeah, I know it's a lot to take in, but hey, it's clinching season, baby. It's time for teams to buckle down and really get the gears going a lot higher than normal. Who will be the biggest playoff performer this year? That's a good question, Richard. Just because I want to see him do well for once in the playoffs, because I haven't seen him yet as a Ranger, I think Panarin's going to do something this year. I think this has been a man on a mission.
He better. He better.
Yeah, exactly. He better. But no, listen, this man has clearly been on a mission since day one. You know, he wanted to prove that he can be more than just that guy in the regular season. And you see the numbers he's putting up this season. He has been clearly the Rangers' best player outside of Igor the second half of the year. So if Panarin can do this in the playoffs, and I think he will, he's definitely going to be my biggest playoff performer this year. The Rangers are going to be a massive problem for anybody.
Bill, I'll let you go. I think you're on. Wait, I got him. He's on mute.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, don't mute my boy like that.
I'm really feeling Florida this year. I think they're a really, really good team. I thought they were still nipping at their heels. They're tied with Boston right now with a game in hand at 97 points for the Atlantic Division. I think Bobrovsky just continues to show in and show out what he can do, and he just hasn't been able to put a full performance in the playoffs.
Especially what he did last year against the Bruins. I mean, forget about it.
I want to see him, and it helps that he's a former Flyer, and I think he's one of those great what-if questions if they never signed Brizgalov, like what would have happened. But I digress. This is the bed we made. I like Bobrovsky a lot. I hope he does well in this postseason. And then right here at home in Philly, I think Owen Tippett's prime for something special in terms of carrying his team, this team to a first round win. I think that's the guy to watch. Here
so I have, sorry to cut you off there, Bill. I have a bit of breaking news. That's pretty cool. So if you heard that Josh Doan is going to be making his debut for the Arizona Coyotes tonight, son of Shane Doan.
I did hear that.
He is wearing number 91 tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
19 Doan, right?
Yep. I see what he did there. I see what he did there.
Cool. Pretty cool.
That's
so
really
I'll answer
awesome.
too. I think, I like your Florida answer. I'm gonna go out west though. I think Dallas has all the pieces, and I mean, hey, Richard kind of answered it a little bit too, like with Jake Ottinger.
Yeah.
I think Dallas has all the pieces, man. Like, I think they're deep. You know, they have a great top 12. You know, with the addition of Chris Tanev, it just makes that defense more whole too. And yeah, I think, me agreeing a little bit with Richard here, also stipulating the fact that, a little bit of pressure on Jake Ottinger to now perform, right? Because you have all the pieces in play, right? And if Ottinger doesn't perform at a high level, it'll be tough, especially if they match up early on in the first round with a Colorado, with a Winnipeg, however that all pans out, right? So, I think Dallas is, for me, a really complete team. I'll kind of go with Richard here, though, and I think that he will rise to the occasion, and I think he's going to be the biggest piece for that Stars team to advance further.
I 100% agree. Meanwhile, Mason asked the question here.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Did Wayne Gretzky play as a Ranger? Yes. For the last 3-4 seasons of his career, he played for the New York Rangers up until 1999, which is when he retired. I say the Rangers will beat the Flyers. Hey, think what you want. I think they will too. Bill obviously thinks the Flyers, but hey, we all can dream.
Can dream.
Who has overachieved this season? Oh boy.
Can I just say the Flyers? The Flyers have overachieved.
Yes.
Move on.
They 100% overachieved.
No one anticipated them. I don't even think even Scott my co-host had them in the top 3 of the Metro sustainably.
Nobody and their grandmother had them in the top 3 this year. Everybody thought they were going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
So the fact that they're battling for that
and
Jared? Potentially 2 wildcard spots, it's great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I went to the Maine Mariners game versus Newfoundland Saturday and Sunday. We lost Sunday 6-2 and won 5-3 against Newfoundland in ECHL. That's awesome. Hope you had a good time, man. That's awesome.
That's very
not to be a stickler.
For
the pronunciation. It's Newfoundland, not
Newfoundland. Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Like the dog.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I appreciate the correction. I stand down. I apologize.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just funny.
Don't people know the English language is hard?
It's true. That's funny. What else do we got here? We got
Josh Doan's going to be special. Absolutely. I love Shane Doan. Shane Doan was really special. Absolutely. And Josh Doan's going to be right there in his footsteps without even a question. I think this kid is primed to be. The first time he steps on that ice in the NHL, he is going to be ready.
I hope good things come from him. Totally.
The Maine Mariners are the main team. I see what you did there, Goza. Zach Hyman has overachieved. Yeah, he has.
Good for him.
I mean, he does have 50 goals, but even still, that man's overachieved.
The guy's getting paid $5.5 million for the next 4 years. Like,
yeah.
No question about it. Mason with a question, though. I have a question for you guys. I'm guessing is what he's saying.
It's fine.
Oilers beat the Jets, or what's your idea of the Oilers beating the Jets? So that's if they match up in the playoffs, I would imagine. Who do you like better in that matchup, if that's what comes to be? That's probably like a Western Conference final matchup if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, what's the standings right now? Winnipeg is in 3rd in the Central, and yeah, I mean, they would meet in the
probably a Western final.
Final.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Edmonton is just going to run into the brick wall that they always run into every single year. Like the fact that we're not there yet, we're a long way off. We are looking at one of the greatest wastes of talent on the planet,
and
not
Connor
just
McDavid,
in the NHL.
Yep, and Connor McDavid.
Like it is an absolute sham that a guy that is as talented as Connor McDavid is literally wasting away. Not wasting away in the sense of like he's not producing; he's scoring at a clip.
Just because he can't get past the second round every year, it's a shame.
He's been to the conference final once. He's never been to the Stanley Cup final. Like it's just, can we drop the facade that Edmonton is what they like? They are riding the coattails of the greatest NHL player to ever exist. And it just so happens that they got arguably the guy that's right behind him at the end of his
Absolutely.
career. Like, that's the only thing they're riding on. There's nothing else good about Edmonton. Edmonton stinks.
Oh, totally. it makes July 1st very interesting because Draisaitl can sign the extension. And if the Oilers, if they get bounced for some reason in the first round,
Come to
it
Philly,
makes that
Draisaitl.
July 1st
He may want out of there. Yep. He
Come
may
to
want
Philly,
out.
man.
It makes it interesting. It makes it very interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they get bounced in the second round again to like Vegas, it still makes it.
You have to make a deep run. You have to go either deep into the Western Conference Finals or make the Stanley Cup Final. Like
there's no question.
There's no
if they do.
No
if the Edmonton Oilers don't at least make the conference finals this year, this season is a failure, in my opinion.
Even with the start they had.
Yeah.
Yes.
What they win?
Even after the start they had, if they
won
don't make
12
the conference
games in a
final,
row, right?
failure of a
I
season.
think it was like 15 or something like that.
I was going to say it might have been even 16, and it's like great, you won 16 in a row. Do it April through June, and then come talk, and then see what happens.
Thank you. My point exactly. Thank you.
You don't
exactly.
listen, games then.
Same with my Rangers. I said it before. If they don't at least make the conference finals, failure of a season. Because the Rangers at least had Stanley Cup expectations from day one. Everybody thought that they were going to do well in the playoffs. I don't trust them personally because when the playoffs come, they seem to forget how to shoot the damn puck. And the only good thing is their goaltending, which is why I don't trust them. But if they don't at least make the... I see what you're doing there, Kyle. But if the Rangers
get a little nervous,
if the Rangers don't at least make the conference finals, for me personally, the season is a failure. Same thing goes with the Edmonton Oilers.
Totally. Let's up to speed here though. Panthers lead 2-1 after the first here. In that
for the Atlantic, that's a lot.
That
That might be one. It's stupid how that might not be the Eastern Conference Finals matchup. Like that's a great matchup, but that will not be the matchup because of how NHL is stupid and they structure the NHL and the playoffs nowadays. But
that'll be a great matchup if they meet up though in the next.
Yeah, in the quarters.
Yes.
What is that? The quarters or the semis, whatever it could be.
Probably a semifinal matchup. Yeah.
Still no score in the game that we're all looking for tonight here in the Red Wings and the Capitals. Hurricanes.
And I need the Red Wings to win that game.
Yes, you do.
Yes. You're probably the only one that needs the Red Wings.
Yeah, I'm the only one in this group. Yeah.
That's funny. Is Ovi drinking again? He should have scored by now for the Caps.
He's on a streak. Hasn't he scored like 4 or 5 in the 4?
I was going to say, all of a sudden, he turned on the Jets. All of a sudden, he's Ovi again.
I think he's 54 away.
That's because they're all just like, screw it. Just start passing it to him, right?
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
there was one.
It's like all of a sudden... It's like all of a sudden they remembered, oh, we have one of the greatest players in the NHL. Why don't we give it
Strome was like... They showed Dylan Strome on a breakaway, and like he flat out just passed it to Ovechkin, who was like way off to the side, and he still scored. He's so stupid. Rate the Mariners jerseys. All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, we need footage of this. By the way, we're underway in the second period. Still no score between the Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers.
The Maine Mariners. Ooh. I'm looking at
I like that color. I like this color, like the green / turquoise. Yeah, these are nice. I like these a lot.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it a solid 8.
Yeah, that's a fair 8.5, 9. Yeah.
Solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8. Yeah, goes.
I didn't even get a chance to look this up yet.
Andrew's saying the Devils actually did just tie the game in Toronto as well.
Luke Hughes too. I like Luke Hughes.
Yeah, no, I give that a solid 8 out of 10. You're right, Kyle. I'm with you.
Here, I'm just trying to catch up here. As for Zach Hyman and his indictment with Toronto's handling compared to Edmonton's, Toronto, we don't even want to get into it.
No way.
Oh, what
That's unbelievable. And then, so Devils and Leafs are now tied after 1 with Luke Hughes putting 1 on the board for them.
Start with RJ.
And I am at intermission. I'm going to hop over to see Alan over for a couple minutes, and then I'll come back for the third period.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's all good. Just, managing because that's what I do. Literally and figuratively.
So, Jimmy, have you been to MSG a lot, or you just go like every when you can
Not
get out
this
there.
season in particular. This will be the game against Montreal. Will be only my second time going this year, unfortunately, because it's too expensive. But
Yeah.
I have been to MSG plenty of times, and
What are prices like at MSG? for like the Canadiens game, let's say.
let me put it to you this way. I would rather pay. What's the average price of a Ranger ticket nowadays? I'd rather pay $300 to get my tires replaced than go to a Ranger game. That's how expensive it is.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's probably around where the Leafs are too.
Just saying. Here's Braden Schneider with the puck. He takes a shot, saved by Erson, loose rebound, and he dives on top to make the save. And now we got some pushing and shoving. Vincent Trocheck getting involved with a couple of flyers.
I will say the Ontario Hockey League's playoffs are starting this week.
Sure.
And I'll be going to one, $30 a ticket.
Yeah, see, that's beautiful. Yeah.
They're phenomenal. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And it's always packed. Always. For these playoff games, it doesn't matter where you go, they're always packed.
That's cool.
I'm actually jealous of that.
It's pretty cool. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna go see the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds against the
nice.
One. Yeah.
I actually just saw it pop up on my timeline from my memories. I was at the not Altoona. I almost said Altoona. Allentown, PA, for the Frozen Four last year. Not the actual Frozen Four, but we saw Penn State, Michigan for the chance to go to the Final Four. Obviously, that was Adam Finatelli. I always forget his last name, but from Michigan.
Oh, Fantilli.
Fantilli. Yeah. That was cool.
How was that? Like the atmosphere there.
That was cool. That arena where the Lehigh Valley Phantoms play, the team that the AHL team for the Flyers. That's a cool arena. That's relatively recent. I want to say that's within the last 5-6 seasons or 5-6 years.
So they changed the format, did they not, for the Frozen Four, quote unquote?
Oh, did they? I don't even know, because I'm a Penn State guy, so that's where I went out there, and then
I'm gonna look it up.
Hey, what's up, Dimitri? How you doing, man?
Yeah, Penn State hockey didn't do that well this year, so I wasn't that big into paying attention.
So yeah, because I think what they did.
Wait a minute. What's happening here? Refs are going over to the.
Yeah, I think it all relates back to this scrum after Erson dove on the puck.
Oh, okay. So is there an issue with? Oh, I think they're fixing. Is there a hole in the ice there? They're trying to fix. Yeah, they're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
So for just saying for the NCAA tournament, they extended it to 16 teams. So it's a 16-team tournament that you get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have like Boston College, you have Quinnipiac, Michigan State, Michigan's back in it, Boston University, Minnesota, Denver, UMass, Cornell, Maine, blah, blah, blah. So a couple of interesting ones. Yeah.
Frozen Four is underrated. It needs a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
It's such good hockey.
A little birdie told me you were live. I had to come find your pot. Did Austin tell you?
That's funny.
Well, thank you, Dimitri. Hey, listen, thank you, and tell Mr. Taco I said hello from the bottom line. That's my other show, my YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe to that if you are not subscribed to that already. I just hit 11,000 on that channel, by the way, and that's insane to think about. So thank you guys for that.
That's fantastic. Really that's great to hear. Pugliarvi.
Penguins take the lead
early on. Richard, with another question here. Would you rather develop a team with young up-and-comers or a field of top-heavy with team of Draisaitl and McDavid?
Young up-and-comers.
But the problem is, I mean, if I get to design a team with Draisaitl and McDavid surrounding me, then I could probably do a better job than whoever's.
Yeah, but then what are the chances that the team around them is exactly what you think the Oilers are? And we got a chance right here. They score! The Flyers have taken the 1-0 lead.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have something special. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, they completely forgot about Lawton. What a pass there.
Yeah, wow.
So let's see here. I'm going to touch behind you guys so I get a chance to see
that was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, I'm about
so
15 seconds.
So Lofton is able to rifle one top shelf past Shesterkin, and the Flyers take a 1-0 lead. Beautiful.
I'm just catching up here. Cam York, I think that was. Snipe. Nope, never mind. I thought that was gonna be the
I think it was Sanheim. The one bad thing, the only jerseys like always mixed up are the 6 and the 8 for Cam York and
what a pass.
Travis Sanheim. Disgusting pass.
I will admit that pass was filthy. Absolutely filthy.
And it was because
awesome.
I couldn't tell who it was. Someone played it with a high stick on the Rangers, so they had to clear their own zone or the offensive zone. And that created the chance for Sanheim.
Oh, Goza.
I did skip over
for Scott Lofton, his 13th, assisted by Konechny and Sanheim at 2:58. And the Flyers take the lead early in the second period. You guys see the photos of what the new Coyotes arena might look like if they win? I have not, actually.
No, I have not seen that. Also, because that arena is never going to be built. Arizona is not going to build it. Like
exactly.
You can make all the schematics in the world and all the blueprints in the world. Arizona doesn't want a hockey team. Like, they're
Devils take the lead. Nico Hischier. Meanwhile, Trocheck moving in, try to pass in front. That was blocked. He tried to feed Alexis Lafreniere. Rangers keep it in the zone. Trocheck gave it the
on top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. We do have an update from the Capitals game.
Panarin got roughed up a little bit there. No penalty call. We play on. Flyers move into the zone. Good defense there by Chad Ruhwedel to keep the puck away. Panarin's got it behind the net. Flyers have an early lead, 1-0 on the goal by Scott Lofton, his 13th. Meanwhile, Lafreniere moving in to get to the loose puck. And the Flyers able to take it right back.
Yeah, Capitals lead 1-0, by the way.
Nicked out. All right. Oh, what a diving block right there to prevent that pass by a Ranger defender. And we're getting icing here against the Rangers with just about 5 minutes gone by here in the second. It is 1-0 in favor of the Flyers.
So just going back to that goal, I think when the Rangers flipped it out, they kind of stopped for a second because it looked like it was high sticking. I don't know who batted the puck down.
Yeah, it looked like there was miscommunication in the neutral zone.
Everybody kind of froze, brought it up, Lawton sneaked in behind, see you later. And it was a great shot, though, by Lawton.
No, it was a really good shot.
Yeah. Okay. So, again, the implications here go up as the Capitals lead 1-0. If it stays this way, the Rangers wouldn't clinch tonight because they would be losing to the Flyers here, and the Capitals would hold on to
unless the Rangers come back and get a point or win.
Hold
on and win, they can't clinch.
I'm just making sure here. Yeah, Rangers will clinch if they win in any fashion, or they get 1 point and the Red Wings lose to Washington in any fashion.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so it's one of those, like, you have to look back at the scoreboard right at the end and then go, okay, let's see if all these pieces lined up.
Yes, Austin told me you were live. I left his live stream to come to your. Yo, you abandoned my boy. Go back to him, man. You didn't have to do that to him. Meanwhile, icing here against the Flyers. But even still, I do appreciate you tuning in, though, Dimitri. It means a lot. Thank you. The Coyotes will be huge by 2026.
Yeah. So, Bill, who do you need to lose tonight?
I mean, anytime the Capitals can lose at this point is a good thing because they're nipping at the heels for that wild card or for that third place spot.
That is true.
Because it's that weird scenario where because the Atlantic Division is so strong, they kind of are battling, going back and forth for those two wild card spots. So theoretically,
one timer there by Panarin off a pass from Fox and a save made by Ayerson. Rangers trying to move back in. Panarin up the right wing. Try to feed along for Lafreniere. No good. Trocheck trying to help him out. Fox now there, being battled up by a couple of Flyers, and they're able to move it out to center.
So Richard asking... Sorry, Bill. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, if it's one of those weird situations where the Flyers are in third place in the Metro right now, but if the Capitals catch them, theoretically, there's a chance that the Flyers are bumped out of the playoffs altogether, depending on the
season. Yeah, good point. Yeah, okay.
Which is crazy.
Sense, so.
Hockey player not in the Hall of Fame. Who's been left out? By the way, we're in commercial break now. 1-0 Flyers with about 14.
Question. I don't know.
Has Pronger been inducted yet? He hasn't been legal.
Yes.
He's got to be in there.
Has he?
Let's find out and see. I think the biggest. I just had to look it up
2015.
'cause I had no idea. The biggest one has been Alexander McGinley. Is nothing less than a crime, apparently. McGinley, despite his utter brilliance as a hockey player and status as a trailblazer, or whatever that means, once again, he's been passed over apparently a lot. I don't know why, but sure. I think the better question, actually, is there are a couple of 1,000-point players who are not in the Hall of Fame that include Getzlav, Marlowe, Elias, Ray Whitney, Joe Thornton, Kovalev, Keith Tkachuk, Rod Brind'Amour, Alexander McGinley.
I will say the fact that Patrick Elias is not in the Hall of Fame is an absolute crime, and that needs to change now.
Yep.
And I mean, hey, Richard's saying Pat Verbeek too, right? 5.
Verbeek's another good one, yeah.
2,000 penalty minutes. Holy smoke.
Ugh,
well, so
golly.
Angus then goes in by saying who needs to be kicked out. And
Kicked out. Jeez.
I think I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe a head coach?
does anybody really deserve to be kicked out of the Hall of Fame though?
Yeah, that
would be my question.
I don't know. There is it's not like the NBA where it's like anybody. If you dribble a basketball for 3 years, you're in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Hockey and baseball and football, they have legitimate standards for the most part. I don't think there's anyone in the Hall in the NHL that I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I think they do a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
I think they do a pretty good job of it every year. Yeah.
No.
I really don't think anybody deserves to be kicked out, if that's what you're saying.
Quote unquote. Yeah. No, I guess
meanwhile, 13:35 to go, second period. 1-0 Flyers. Rangers trying to move it up. Flyers clogging up the neutral zone. That's dumped in the zone, though.
Take a look at it.
Brzezinski goes for it, trying to pass in front. It was blocked.
Take a look at this. Devils lead 2-1 over the Leafs. End of the first. Shots on goal 26 for the Leafs to 9 for the Devils.
What the? How does that work? How does that work?
Low quality shot. Just getting pucks on net. They're not creating anything of substance. They're just throwing it at net, hoping for something to happen. Oh, what?
Leafs hockey for you.
Go behind the net now for the Rangers. Will Cooley now in front. The Sedins being in, and Roenick, Brind'Amour, Amonte, and
McGinley not in.
McGinley, thank you, McGinley.
Yes, McGinley.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid.
The fact that Roenick's not in, I think, is surprising.
That's pretty crazy. I thought.
Zibanejad moving in, pass back for Panarin. Now a shot. Oh, what a save by Ersson. He robbed Zach Jones. I don't believe it.
Ersson's playing well there, Bill.
The Philly broadcast just showed. Also, that was a disgusting pass or clear from Shesterkin, because I'm seeing the play now. Holy crap! What a glove save. Sorry, I just saw it. They just showed a graphic on the Philly broadcast that Ersson is 4th in rookie all-time Flyers goals against average. I think they showed 2.59, something like that.
Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah, but Bush is top at 1.9. I didn't even realize that he was sub 2 at that point. But good old Sergei Bobrovsky made his appearance on that as well in his rookie year.
Yeah.
You got to give Ersson a crap load of credit this season for just
100%.
Oh, by the way, you're now our number one, and
Yep.
now you could be leading this team into the playoffs all of a sudden, right?
It's crazy. Like we've been having serious discussion between Scott and I, and Scott's the goalie of our podcast, so he can speak to it more. Hopefully, he'll join us in a few here. But like the dynamic of having, because Carter Hart was the veteran at this point, like he was the veteran, and then you had the young guy behind him and Sam Ersson. Now you have 2 young guys, like literally 2 rookies playing for the goalies for your team, and playoffs are different. So I think that could be very scary for me. But Sam Ersson's proven it night in and night out, like he's ready. He's right.
No, he's their future goalie without even a question. Golden Knights have taken a 1-0 lead over the Predators. Ivan Barbashev with a goal for Vegas.
That's actually an important game tonight too, because they're chasing each other in the wild card here. The Golden Knights are 3 points back of Nashville. They're 2 points back of the LA Kings for the 3rd spot in the Pacific.
Yeah, and Nashville has been scorching hot all of a sudden.
Yep.
And don't forget, Nashville's only 4 points back of the Jets.
Yes.
For a spot in the Central. So that's not entirely wrapped up either yet. Sorry, 5 points. 5 points. My bad. But still.
Even still. Oh, Red Wings tie it. Alex DeBrincat.
Oh, DeBrincat. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, good save by Shesterkin right there on number 20. Is that 21 who took that shot?
Yeah, that's Scott Laughton.
It was Scott Laughton again. Okay.
Yep.
The Carter Hart experience is why I'm having a competitive backup is important. 100%. No question.
Yeah, great point, Richard. Yeah.
Is Couturier not playing tonight?
No, I think he is. Let me see.
I actually don't
remember. I thought Couturier was hurt.
No, he was a healthy scratch for the first time in his career, and that's what caused
yes. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's being scratched. No, now I'm curious because you're right. Now that you say that, I haven't really
I haven't seen him tonight.
He only has 6.5 minutes of ice time, so he might not even
what
any of the second period. Wow. Konechny there. Let's see who leads. Tippett leads all forwards at 9 minutes.
Bro, but
Laughton
you bring him back in, but he's got 5 minutes of ice time.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't have anything on. His zero face-off wins, 0 shots, 0 points, obviously. So he has.
So then, Torts must have benched him.
I don't know.
He's been in for 5 minutes.
2-0 Vegas. Brett Howden, former Ranger, has scored.
Let's go to our trusty Twitter /X, whatever we want to call it these days.
Is Twitter?
Let's see if any of the beat reporters that are up in New York City are. Let's see. Speculation on why Couturier is not out there, because I wouldn't be shocked, but
totally.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
5 minutes of ice time, though, man.
That's crazy.
That's a shame.
That's so
10:55 to go, second period. 1-0 Flyers.
The first thing on Twitter I see is one of the beat reporters do Sam quote Steve Mason Urson.
My God.
Really?
I will say, really? Steve Mason's pretty good. Was pretty good at times for this team. But man, that's hilarious.
Ooh. Jimmy, Pierre Laviolette, 1 win away from 800 wins.
Yes, indeed. I was going to bring that up earlier, and the Rangers are a point away from 100 on the season, and so is Artemi Panarin. He is also 1 point away from 100 on the year. So a lot of history on the line tonight.
Where would that put Laviolette?
Go ahead. Sorry. John Tortorella was also on that list at 740.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So there you go.
Yeah, so Laviolette's got to be what, second or third in all time for American coach wins? That's usually.
I thought it was.
Yeah. Let me look.
Oh, we got a penalty. Yeah, we got a tripping penalty against Trocheck. Flyers going to get another power play.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Richard's saying, who are your favorite teams? Who has been the most disappointing? So, I mean, Rangers, Flyers fans here for you.
Most disappointing? I want to say Blake Wheeler, but he got hurt and he's done for the year, so that's not fair to say.
Mm-hmm. What are your favorite teams?
That's a tough one.
Well, not to get into it's obviously Carter Hart.
Yeah,
total idiot. Like, what are you doing?
It is
completely ruining your life. Whether you're found innocent or not guilty, whatever it is down the line, we'll find out. Mm-hmm. But like, even to be put in that situation, total moron. But on a hockey basis, it might be Scott Laughton. He has not had a great season this year. I know he has a goal tonight.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's just been the return of Couturier and taking away ice time, despite what we were just talking about for tonight particularly. But like, Scott Laughton has not gotten a lot of ice time, but I think that's kind of what happens when you start getting good players back or in your lineup, and Scott Laughton kind of just settles where he should be, and that's a third, fourth liner basically. So
yeah,
right. I think it's tough, but like Laughton comes to mind. everyone else kind of has me excited. Like I was talking about Tyson Forrester earlier. Nothing gets me more excited than seeing him just do an absolute rip of that shot, that wrister. And I feel all sorts of things in my body that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for this guy.
I don't want to know.
By the way, I thought about it. But definitely the more disappointing player for the Rangers this season has to be Barclay Goodrow. I mean, the fact that this man in 70 games played has 1 goal, 8 assists for 9 points this season. I mean, this man has not lived up to that huge 6-year contract that he signed overall, but this year in particular has been a massive disappointment.
I think for me, early on, I know he's not a member of the Flames anymore, but it was Lindholm.
Yeah. Elias Lindholm, yeah.
Wasn't playing well. I mean, bad is a pretty far-fetched word to use when it comes to the Flames, right? Like, we've seen Huberdeau has like 45 points this year, which is better, I guess.
Yeah.
I know it, but I guess if we're talking like right now, I was kind of looking, I don't know, maybe Mangiapane, his time's kind of come and gone a little bit. He's got 38 points, which isn't terrible, but I mean, it's just time. Like I would still say though, like I would go back to Lindholm just because like he had like 7 or 8 goals by the time we traded him. So I don't know.
What's going on, Connor?
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. What's up, Connor? How you
That's
doing?
funny.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Flyers on the power play. 1:05 to go in it. 9 minutes to go. Second period. Philadelphia with a 1-0 lead on a goal by Scott Lofton, his 13th of the season. By the way, Trocheck for tripping at 10:06 was the time of the penalty. Oh, takeaway by Barclay Goodrow. He's trying to break in, but good job by the Flyers to get it right back. Good play by Barclay Goodrow. As soon as I say something bad about him, he makes a good play.
Avalanche signed what's his name? Noonan? 2-year deal?
Yeah,
I heard he's playing well, actually. I've heard he's playing well.
A 2-year contract with the end. Oh, that's one just got past Shesterkin and in, and it's Poling, number 25, who gets it on the power play, and the Flyers lead.
Oh, wait, they scored? Oh, they scored. I was like, what?
Okay,
wait, hold on. I got
Ow. Pippin by Ryan Paling. Let's go, baby.
Oh, wow. Lofton with a great feed, and he's able to deflect it. Wow.
It's
what
like
a pass
he
from
heard
Lofton.
me that he was having a disappointing season, and he decided, let me put up 2 points against arguably one of the best teams in the NHL.
This is what I mean.
Season.
We both say something bad about our players. They both make good plays at both ends.
Yeah. My goodness.
I'm not going to lie. I accidentally just like deleted the Flyers goal horn there. Sorry.
Actually, Kyle, for my sake, you can keep it away. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. So for Ryan Poling, his 10th of the season, it comes on the power play.
Sorry.
And the Flyers lead 2-0.
10th goal of the season.
Trade Goodrow immediately. Good. Waste of money. I don't think they can trade him.
Yeah,
though.
I think he has an NTC.
I think he's got a no trade clause.
Let's see. Let me look that up. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Johnny Gaudreau, right? That's what he's talking about?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
I think
so.
I don't want to judge the spelling because I can't spell it.
No, you're good. Trocheck moving in for the Rangers. 2-0 Flyers. Roslovic on the ice, number 96 for the Rangers, as he's double teamed by a couple of Flyers. 7:40 to go in the second period.
Yeah, he has a no move clause until 2026. But even in the 2026, it's a modified, so he gives a list or whatever, and then
exactly. Meanwhile, Jack Roslovic moving in up the right wing for the Rangers. Oh, good pass up front for Zibanejad. A shot saved by Erson. Adam Fox able to get it along for Trocheck now. Trocheck moving in. Trocheck having some trouble. Pass behind for Roslovic. That's a one-timer fanned on by, I think that was Will Cooley who took that shot. It was Will Cooley who fanned on that one-timer chance. Flyers move back in. That's a shot saved by Shesterkin. Roslovic able to take it back. 6:55 to go in the second. 2-0 Flyers. Now a shot saved Shesterkin. It's just underneath his pads, and he's able to hang on. 6:49 to go in the second. the Flyers lead 2-0 over the Rangers at MSG. And that was
Jimmy. What are you
there
not
for the
seeing?
Flyers?
What are you not seeing from the Rangers right now?
I mean,
outside of the obvious, like
I was gonna say that was gonna be my point. I mean, they're getting their chances. I mean, Erson's been a brick wall so far. Give him credit, but there's just been a lack of communication all night. You know, nobody seems to be on page with each other. Nobody's really getting that good quality chances, and you know, there's been a couple of turnovers that you want to clean up. It's basically been a mix of everything that I've been saying as to why I don't trust this team come playoff time. And now 3-on-2 on the rush for the Rangers as Zibanejad try to pass it along. That's intercepted. As exactly what I'm talking about right there. Pass intercepted. And that's something you cannot have come playoff time. And especially in an important game like this, that's also, now we got another scrum going on.
Someone's not happy.
Who's that? Braden Schneider getting involved? Yeah, Braden Schneider's getting involved. Wow.
Richard asking, out of all the top teams, who takes the biggest drop off going forward? Let's just say next season.
Next season,
I could see Boston. Boston always continues to like shock me that they continue to sustain the success. At some point, it's got to drop off. Like, but credit to them, they built
especially with no Bergeron, no Chara, and David Krejci.
Yeah, exactly.
They still continue to have success. Like, wow.
I'll say the LA Kings. I think they finally did.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Winnipeg is also there. Like, despite they have a deep team, but I could see them.
They got about 2 to 3 years left in there.
Yeah, but I could see them being like that team if they continue to come up short and not have sustained success or deep playoff runs. Like, it just kind of like, okay, what the F is this? Like, let's just. Who cares and blow it up? Not saying that's going to happen directly next season, but like I could see a drop off where it starts to happen with them. But yeah, I do agree. Like they are pretty good team.
Connor saying us
probably. I was gonna say either Vancouver or the Kings because the Kings, Anze Kopitar and Drew Doughty aren't getting any younger. They're close to retirement at this point. I mean, hey, give them credit; they're still producing, but. Yeah, that window is going to be slowly closing.
Can we include the Flyers in that? Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they're
really
off next year. Like, because again, they're
teams.
Nice success right now, but it's not. It wasn't expected. Like next year, I wouldn't be shocked if
that's true. That's fair.
They're battling more for a wild card spot more than sustaining a third place position in the Metro. I wouldn't be shocked by that. Like, I know they're not a top team, but like theoretically they're a top 12 team.
Have you guys ever watched X-Men 97 yet? Nope, I have not, but I want to.
Yeah, that's on Disney Plus, right, Donnell?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Listen,
Bill, your co-host is here.
Amen.
Podcast is in the building. What's going on, Scott? How you doing?
What's happening, Jimmy? I'm doing good, man. I'm coming in here and seeing we're up 2-0. This is nice.
What were the kids' stat lines? I need to know.
For me, hey, listen, it's nice to have you. It's nice to actually meet you for the very first time. It's been a long time coming. I'm really glad we're doing this. So thank you.
No, of course, man. No, thanks for having us on and doing this. It's the Flyers Rangers rivalry. You can't really ask for more than that. I mean,
absolutely,
you could. I could be at the Flyers game screaming at Toronto, but that's a different story. We can talk about that another time.
By the way, I forgot to mention Ryan Poling, his 10th from Scott Lofton at 11:39 on the power play, has given the Flyers the 2-0 lead here in the second period. Forgot to mention that earlier. That is my bad. Although it could be because I refuse to mention anything good about the Flyers because I can't stand them.
Hey, listen, I'll mention one good thing about the Rangers. They were there when I witnessed one of the best games of my entire life. And that was the last game of the 2010 season. Just saying, I was there for that one. It was beautiful.
Oh, God.
Look, I come in, shots fired right away. And Bill knows that's just my style. That's how I do things.
He's got to catch up. He's missed an entire period and a half.
Oh, yeah,
what were the kids? You were at baseball. What were the kids' stat lines? We get some hits.
No, they did fielding practice, and then the other one is just t-ball practice. And the stat line was probably about 20 minutes to finally get them in the shower, and then finally 10 minutes to settle down and get them into bed, and then so a whole 30 minutes out of my day just to make sure I get the kids, settled down and get in bed because bad times, play time. That's what happens. You got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. They just think, hey, let's play a million games. Let's run around the house naked and think it's, it's funny. Really, I'm
T-ball's
like,
gotta
get
be like
upstairs,
the most.
man.
T-ball's such a feel-good sport.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I am still single. 5:30 to go, second period, 2-0 Flyers. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I'm sorry.
That's funny. Who's on
Jimmy?
the back of your
Jimmy,
jersey there?
it's like that scene from Billy Madison. It's like stay here here as long as you can. You gotta cherish it.
You're 100% right, Scott. 100%.
It's so true. It's so true.
By the
Who's
way,
on the back of your
earlier in the show, and I apologize, but everything we do here on THPN is brought to you by our wonderful friends at DraftKings. Use code THPN to sign up. New customers can bet $5 on the NHL and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's code THPN. Only at DraftKings. Must be 21 plus in select states, and please play responsibly. I believe we have another penalty coming up here.
Ooh.
Is this against the Flyers this time? Let's see what happened here.
I thought I just saw a
might
gesture
be.
for a hands.
Yeah, they're calling it a high stick on the Flyers.
Oh, there's the patented Torts disgruntled look as we see it on NBC Sports. Philly.
Yeah, I'm probably about 10.
Yeah, whoever 71 is on the Flyers, he is outraged at that penalty.
I believe
Tyson Forster.
Yeah, that's Forster.
That's Forster. Okay.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
They
called that a high stick?
Yeah,
I just saw it live and it didn't look like a high stick.
I will admit I'm a bit skeptical of that. Is that a chance right there?
What acting? He played it off his hand, and that's
so
well. And I guess that's one of the reasons why they want to have the challenge next season for self-inflicted. As far as that goes, I mean, they didn't even touch him. It didn't.
Good shot right there and a save by
him.
Aerson. No, I agree that's a bad call. I agree 100%. 5 minutes to go, second period. 2-0 Flyers. Rangers on their first power play of the game. Kreider with the puck, looking for an open man, having a bit of trouble. Flyers doing a good job clogging up the zone. Here's Adam Fox. Fox feeds Panarin. Back for Zibanejad, a shot. Score!
Unbelievable.
Minka Zibanejad on the power play, and it's a 2-1 game.
Mm-hmm.
No, not feeling it. No.
I gotta admit,
He did it again to the Flyers.
Yeah, the Flyers killer, Zibanejad. I don't get it. They cannot stop this guy.
You know what? It's the same play. It's the same play as what Ovechkin does. How he's made his bread and butter throughout his career. It's just that play off the circle. You know it's coming, but you just can't stop it.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And he kills the Flyers.
And once again, the feed from Chris Kreider, the chemistry between Kreider and Zibanejad continues to spark. Oh no, I'm sorry. That wasn't Kreider. That was that Panarin again? If that was Panarin, that's his 100.
I'll let you know.
Yes, it was. Panarin got the assist, and that is his 100th point on the season. What a year for Artemi Panarin, man. Just something special with this guy.
24th goal of the season for Zibanejad.
Mika with the goal, as goes to saying, "Hey, Friars fans,
Friars are going down."
It was literally a perfect screen by Chris Kreider. Sanheim didn't challenge him because he's trying to press up on Zibanejad. Somebody's got to come back instead of playing that play in front. Somebody's got to come back and try to take away that screen. You got to battle more in front of the net like that.
Yeah, Kreider was literally all alone in front. I don't know why nobody was there.
I don't know why either. I don't understand that.
Shesterkin, get back in the net, please. Thank you. Jeez.
Man,
so
if I'm
Zibanejad is 24th on the power play, assisted by Panarin and Fox at 15:28, and that is point number 100 for the bread man.
For me, Sanheim needs to step up in front of Zibanejad to close out more space for him.
Correct. It's too wide of a gap down low. It's way too wide of a gap. It's got to be agreed. He's got too wide of a gap. He's got 2 stick lengths there. It's got to be about 1 stick length, even a half stick length. I'd be pressing at that point because Zibanejad's going to shoot that. I'd press him.
Totally. Yeah. He needs to do that.
100%. Meanwhile, Lofton passing it to nobody. I think he was trying to go for. Who's that on the corner right there? Number 86, I think. Is that for Philly?
Is that Adam Ginning?
Yep, that's him. Thank you.
Yeah. Rookie.
Under 3 minutes to go, second period, Mika Zibanejad has made it a 2-1 game in favor of the Flyers, and we get an offside here against the Flyers.
We're in one, boys. We're in for a good third period coming up. So again,
this is going to be a good finish.
So again,
Dimitri says the Blackhawks are on the clock with the first overall pick in the 2025 NHL draft. Blackhawks select Macklin. Celebrini. Yeah, everybody's raving about that kid.
Like how everybody was raving about Nolan Patrick.
I see what you did there, Kyle.
Oh yeah. Listen, oh boy, what a.
Oh, Penguins have taken the 2-1 lead over Carolina.
Oh
Sorry,
boy,
boys.
oh boy. The Leafs are up on the Devils 3-2.
Oh boy.
Root for the tie in that one.
Oh, pass for Roslovic. He moves in, save. Rebound just misses wide. Oh, how in the world did they miss that one?
Penguins up 2-1 over the Hurricanes, and 2-2 Bruins and Panthers in that one as well.
That game's gonna come down to a dogfight to the end. Also, Bruins Panthers.
That's a huge game. That's a huge game. I would love to see Boston Toronto in the playoffs because the Maple Leafs cannot beat Boston. They cannot.
Yeah,
they can't. You'll find out that I'm obsessed with beating Toronto. I cannot stand that franchise.
I can't say I blame you.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
Kyle, you're the one that lives there, so I wouldn't talk if I were you.
I will. I'll do it.
Hey, look. I could go back and you listen. The best person to run that team in the last 25 years was Pat Quinn, and Pat Quinn and Ken, when Ken Dryden was a part of it, they made the right moves. But man, I tell you what, Kyle Dubas has put that franchise back for years with the way he's clogged up their cap.
Especially that Matthews contract, man. It's brutal.
Good pass. Oh, number 5 fan on the shot. He had a wide open chance and he fanned on it. And there's a shot from the blue line, a save by Shesterkin, and he holds it. 1:14 to go. Second period. It's a 2-1 game in favor of the Flyers.
Mulla, you can't fan on that. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, how in the world do you fan on that one?
I think it was rolling up on him. I think that's why.
Yeah, it rolled off his stick. Stick. Yep.
Devils tied it 3-3.
So I'm probably about 5 seconds behind you guys, so I'll catch it up.
Yeah, we're all.
After, I'm watching the MSG feed actually.
Oh, what? Are you actually?
Yeah,
wow.
I can actually get the MSG feed. Yeah, so
all right.
I'd rather watch that than the NBC app because then I'm 30 seconds behind.
3-3.
So, okay, question here for Bill and Scott. So, with Couturier being like out and the whole drama going on there, if this team gets in, what do you do with Couturier, or what does Torts do with Couturier at that point?
I think he's gonna. I think when we get to playoff time, he's gonna put the best 12 forwards and the best 6 defensemen out on the ice. Sure. I think I don't want to call it ego stuff. I think just that he adjusts his coaching style to some extent. Not to say he will not pull the trigger if he has to on benching somebody.
By the way, I mean to cut you off. Panarin moves in with a good chance. That just misses wide. Sorry, boys.
No,
you're good. Schneider moving in. That shot blocked in front. And Vegas has taken a 3-0 lead over the Predators in the first period, by the way.
Damn. But yeah, I think he just puts the best 12 forwards out. I don't think he'll do his coaching style to some extent that he's been doing throughout the regular season, but he'll adjust it a little bit because playoff time is completely different than regular season. But
yeah, I imagine I think Couturier is going to play.
Yeah,
you have to play him. I think everything about this is completely overblown, and I will take that to the grave with me because this is more of 2 reasons. One, he hasn't been playing well lately because he's still banged up. It's his first full year back after not playing for 2 years. And frankly, sometimes you have to give a guy a kick in the ass. And that's really what it is at this point of the season. And listen, something's got to give because you got to, as much as Torts will deny saying this was not a motivational factor, it was because they had to beat a good team without their captain and their best center. So they have to, sometimes you have to get the troops to rally around, which is what people don't understand about this rebuild. Everybody's saying, hey, they should sell the farm and do this and do that. But the whole point of this rebuild is to build out your bottom players, your younger players, because by the time you slide in top-end talent, guess what? You're Stanley Cup contender. So that's exactly the way they're going about it.
Absolutely.
People don't see that. They just see, oh, my God, they benched the captain. Why would you Like, get over it. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not
Oh
matter.
boy, 2-1 Red Wings, end of 2. Keep an eye on that one.
We need
that
that.
one. We need
One
that one.
big,
We need
yeah.
that one bad.
Need that,
Oh
yeah.
boy, here we go.
That's important.
Scott, are you getting nervous at all about how the standings are getting, or is it just like the clog of this gauntlet that they're getting through right now in the schedule? I think
It's a clog of the
Also-
gauntlet.
that's what I'm at.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't
gauntlet.
mind
It's
me
a
also, I'm
gauntlet.
just kinda rolling through
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, I'm
it's
just
a,
rolling through comments.
Oh,
Keep
it's
going.
dreadful this year, yeah.
it's they're rolling through as far as it's a gauntlet. It's a tough schedule. They're a young team. They don't have a lot of top end talent. They're gonna have to play defensively against a lot of these teams, and that's exactly what they're doing. But that's exactly what it is. And whoever said that about the load management with
No.
Richard.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is too, because he did have some games where he missed this year. So I think he's going to top out probably around like 70, 72 games, something along those lines. That's load management right there. That's Joel Embiid
totally.
or whatever. So
Yeah.
And he said earlier too, if the captain gets benched, no one's safe.
yeah, look at Mike Ruzioni in the 1980 team. That concept does work. Yes, it's a different player nowadays. but
Absolutely.
it's the same old school concept. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Name your cup final pairing that makes you go, are you joking me? My pick is Canucks versus Flyers.
You know what?
Of course
That's
you
a
would,
good one.
Connor.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think anything with the Flyers. Well, actually, for Scott, it would be Toronto making the
100%.
final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go, are you
Um,
kidding me?
Yeah.
Anytime
I wouldn't watch
It
it.
would be
like, are you kidding me?
it would be any series the Golden Knights play in the final against whoever, and Mark Stone's named the MVP.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. I've got
And
to
then
go.
all those players on the LTIR magically come into
Yeah.
play. They're all healthy
Oh, I
again,
know.
and they're like, great.
The
Yeah.
one, are you joking me, would be Toronto and Edmonton,
Yes,
No.
that's a great one.
because you'd have nobody in the United States watching.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch
Have
it.
Have
And I
you
live
checked out
here.
the Bad
Yeah.
Boys Ride or Die trailer? Yes, I did. I'm not impressed. I'm
I
not.
can't
impressed.
believe they're making
I
another
love
one.
Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, but
Is this the
No.
fourth or fifth? one?
Goza, we do not need to relive 2014 again.
These
No,
Rangers.
no.
Is this
No.
Bad Boys 4 or 5?
Yep.
4.
Yeah.
Wait, is this 4? Is it 4?
No,
Bad Boys 1 was. Yeah,
I think there was.
Hang on.
This is
Stand
4.
by.
it's
Stand by.
definitely 4. I never, because there was. I've seen at least 2 of them. I don't think I saw the third one. Because the
Stand
second
by,
one's
hang
when
on.
they go. The second one's like the random mansion in like the Bahamas or something, or Colombia.
It is the 4th one.
Jesus.
the only good one's the one with Tay Leone. I'm sorry, that's the original
Yeah.
one. Tay Leone.
Yeah.
That's the only good one.
God. Bruins
That's
Panthers
amazing.
tied at 2 at the end of 2. Lot of crazy action, a lot of playoff clinching scenarios. We're happy that you are with us for all of it. I am Jimmy, like I said, the host of From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast. I'm joined by Kyle Manifold and Bill and Scott of the Orange and Back Check podcast. I want to thank you for joining us on this.
Ooh.
What day is
I
it?
have their
Monday?
logo.
I keep forgetting my own dates.
It's
Tuesday
Tuesday.
evening here.
Oh, it's the end of the second.
Hockey Podcast
Holy
YouTube
crap. I
channel.
didn't even notice that the period ended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
second,
didn't- oh, it's-
second period's over, pal.
Jeez, Bill. NBC that far behind?
No, I just am not paying attention.
all
All of a
Canadian
sudden, I'm
fun
looking
will-
at Scott Lawton's head of lettuce, and I'm like, oh, we're at the intermission. I'm sorry, Scott Hartnell. But,
And
yeah.
all
Oh my
Canadian
gosh.
final will make Gary Bettman throw his toys out the. Oh my goodness.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Are you
I'm
joking,
I'm
final?
going to be. I'm going to
Vancouver
be.
versus Florida. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's a
That would
That'd be a
brutal.
replay. 96, Vancouver and Vancouver. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Colorado
yeah.
and Florida. That would be
Mm.
kind of like that. It'd be a similar thing again.
What's up, Charles? Question for the panel. Would you be more surprised that the Flyers miss the playoffs or they make the cup final?
Make the cup final.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no
I
way
agree.
this team is
Yeah.
going deep. No way.
Would I be more surprised if they missed the playoffs? Yeah, no, I would be more surprised if they made the cup final. If they
Yeah.
somehow
I-
missed
I-
the
I
playoff,
agree, 100%.
especially with
yeah.
how the standings are starting to get at a clip, especially with the Capitals right there getting hot. I would not be shocked if, like, it would suck. It would hurt. And honestly, for the fan base, I think they would be kind of taken aback if they don't make the playoffs at this point. I think the and it would suck for the casual fan, like, to say, hey, this team's not making the playoff, but that's not the end of the world here.
Yeah.
But that would be a tough sell for the franchise. It would be tough for us, for Scott and I, to be like, hey, this sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Wasn't supposed to happen.
Correct.
Well, that's
correct.
fair.
Correct. I think that if they go to the final this year, the problem is that people are going to have too high expectations, and this team has potential to not end up like the Devils are this year, because the Devils have a lot more high-end talent. But again, like, it's a whole new team, a whole new year, a whole new team. Like, guys are a year older. You got to see how Couturier pans out. If Tippett can stay consistent, if the defense can get better, there's a lot of questions with that. This team, they won't make the playoffs. I'm sorry, they won't make the cup final if they're touched by the hand of God. They're just not. Everything has to break their way, and it's just feasible. You cannot see them beating Boston. You cannot see them beating Florida in a 7-game series. You can't see them beating the Rangers in a 7-game series. The only vulnerable team that they really have a chance to beat is Carolina, because Carolina is so inconsistent.
Yep.
It depends, like, because you can get hot at any time, right?
Correct.
And regardless of what team you are, it's going to be curious to see who they, if they make the playoffs, knock on wood, who they match up with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in my opinion, I think they match up well with, I think this is the matchup here. I think that the Flyers would probably match up well, in my opinion, right? Like, you know, if you get in the first round, a team like Florida or Boston, you know, okay, yeah, maybe you're not looking too pretty there, but, you know, and Bill mentioned it earlier, like, you guys might match up well against Carolina, and, you know, take that as you will. But it depends. Like, it depends on the road a little bit, right? And, like, you saw Florida last year. Nobody gave them a chance against Boston. Look what happened there.
True.
You know, they get the Leafs in the second round.
Yep.
Actually,
I mean, that's not hard to do.
Kyle,
They were lucky to get there in the first place.
Right.
Tampa really should have won that series.
I'll challenge you on that a little bit, because last year on my YouTube channel, The Bottom Line, when we all did playoff predictions, my co-host Austin said Boston's gonna crap the bed. He picked the Panthers in 7, and it happened.
You know,
if they get matched, if for some reason Boston wins the division and they get matched up against Tampa, I think Tampa takes them.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, the only thing is, so like right now, if it's the playoffs start right now, that Panthers and Bruins game is huge, because that's for first place. They both have 97 points.
Yeah.
But the key is that if Boston holds that second seed, they're going to play Toronto, and they're going to beat Toronto. If you have Florida would have to play, they have 97 points, so it really come down, they play either Tampa or Washington, and that's going to be a dogfight with the thing. I don't think the Rangers fare out well against the Lightning because of the experience, and I just think
totally.
Nobody wants to play the Lightning going in the first round. Nobody does.
If the Rangers meet up with Tampa again, there's no chance they beat them. No chance.
Yeah, not in 7. That would go the distance, but that would be a dogfight. And I think that Tampa, after bowing out early last year in the first round, in a series they should have won to begin with, it got them a little bit extra rest for this team to kind of get back into it, a flow a little bit, and really dig in during April, and that's what they do. So I think that's nobody wants to play them going in. So hey, good luck, Florida. Good luck to the Rangers if they get them. But I mean, it's even so, Carolina has an opportunity. The Rangers have a game in hand, but Carolina's only 1 point back. So I mean, that's a divisional series, and that would be crazy for them. That would be anybody plays Tampa is probably going 7, regardless. But if I'm flipping a coin, game 7, I'm taking Tampa.
And Bill made the point earlier about Carolina with not having sufficient goaltending or trustworthy goaltending too going into the playoffs. Correct.
Freddie Anderson, not a playoff goaltender. He's I know he's back, but Freddie Anderson, nope.
I mean, he's so far, he's looked pretty damn good ever since coming back from his blood clot issue, and I really do hope he's doing well. But in the playoffs, hell no, I don't trust him one bit.
Yes,
I'm sorry. I think he's been one of the most overrated goalies.
And case in point, last year, Antti Ranta played out of his mind for Carolina in the playoffs.
He did. He really did.
Yeah, and now they have Peter Kochetkov, I believe, and it's Kochetkov the name. Yeah, so. Yeah. Look, Freddie Anderson's been one of the most overrated goalies of the last 10 years. Name me a time he's gotten out of the second round. Name me a time. Also, with Anaheim, Toronto. I mean, he's won two playoff series or his entire career. Sorry, he's not a playoff guy. He might play well in the regular season, but I've seen him where he's that one of those goalies. He's like, man, like, you're so good, but at the same time, you suck so bad. He's almost like, I hate to say, because he's one of my favorite players to watch when he was playing, Steve Mason. Like, Steve Mason was the same thing. Like, how can you be so good and so bad at the same time? Like,
right.
That's exactly how it was.
Yep.
Banging your head against the wall. Like,
hey,
Flyers
let's make a
Flyers
massive
could be
save
the
and
kid
then
on the
go from
swing.
center in a playoff game.
Flyers could be the king of the kid on the swing while the East is the burning house.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it. Sure. That's one way to put it. All right.
Yeah.
that's a funny one.
Now, listen, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I think there's a lot of things that have to go right because, like, in my prediction from the beginning of the season, and Bill will admit this is true. I did say this. I expect the Flyers to win a round in the playoffs this year, and I said that back in August. Like,
Right.
They
I
did.
expect them to win a round. So for a lot of people, this is a surprise. I wasn't surprised by this. Like, I mean,
right.
this team to step up
I
and
mean,
win the playoffs.
at this point, given where they were last year, if they don't at least make the semifinals, the season's a failure.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a failure. I think them getting there is a step in the right direction to begin with because you're getting a lot of the young guys that have playoff exposure. But the thing is, the reason why I expect this team to win a round is because of the teams that have dropped off in the East. It's like Pittsburgh dropping off. The Devils taking a step back. Washington's taking a step back. Some of these teams are close to rebuilds. The Devils need some patchwork, but like the Capitals are close to a rebuild. Pittsburgh's definitely in a rebuild. Those teams, and Ottawa's not pressing, so it was there for the taking. Like, but then you just have to win one round. And listen, upsets happen in the first round. I mean, we saw back in 95 when the Flyers swept the defending Cup champion New York Rangers.
Yep.
So,
Right.
and it's happened before. Like, you've seen these teams where like Boston last year blowing the lead and losing in Game 7 overtime. These things happen in the playoffs, so it could happen, but I don't expect them to go deep. I can't see them beating a team like Tampa. I can't see them beating a team like Boston. I can't see them beating Florida in the second or later rounds because those teams have just more potent offense and stronger defensive systems than the Flyers have talent right now. That's where it's at.
I agree.
Yeah. Do we want to take a break, gentlemen? Real quick?
Yeah, let's take a
Yeah, I think we all need it. I need to hydrate my voice for the third period. But we're gonna step aside after 40 minutes of play. We got some action here, folks. It is a 2-1 game in favor of the Philadelphia Flyers. Don't you change that channel or live stream, however the heck you're watching this. I don't care. Just don't change what you're watching. This is gonna be a good finish. We will be right back here on the THPN YouTube channel. back for the second intermission report after 40 minutes of play. Sorry for a little bit of internet issues, but we are back up and running, thankfully. After 40 minutes of play, Rangers trail 2-1 to the Philadelphia Flyers. And bit of a scoreboard update here. The Devils have taken a 4-3 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the second period has just concluded in that one. So very, very interesting stuff around the NHL tonight. Devils trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive against Toronto. They just took the lead. Who's the biggest story going into the postseason? Who will be the biggest story coming out of it? So I kind of answered this before in a similar question, but my biggest story going into the postseason is going to be Artemi Panarin. Because, again, this guy has had tremendous success in the regular season. No question about it. He's one of the best players in the game today. I just haven't seen that success translate, at least with the Rangers in the postseason. I haven't seen it. If Panarin can do what he's doing this season, this postseason, the Rangers are going to be a problem. A problem. He just got his 100th point tonight on an assist on the goal by Mika Zibanejad. If I can see this kind of Panarin in the playoffs, nobody's beating the Rangers. Nobody. Except maybe Tampa Bay, but still, beside the point. Nobody is beating the Rangers. And hey, we got Scott back. What's up, Scott?
What's up? I heard nobody's beating the Rangers. Yeah.
He stopped eating his late night dinner to interject.
What's going on here, by the way?
Whoa, wait, hold on a minute. Whoa, you answered the question. Let's let everybody else chime in. Jeez Louise.
No, please, go ahead.
I was going to quickly say...
We're getting ready for the third period, but please go ahead and answer the question, guys.
I'll quickly say, I think biggest story going in, I think it's same answer here for both questions. I'll say the Oilers, because at some point you got to break through, right? And the biggest story coming out of it, I think I alluded to earlier, where Draisaitl can sign that extension this summer. And it will make it interesting to see what happens in the playoffs for them. So no pressure.
I agree.
I'm in agreement with Kyle that it's got to be Edmonton. Edmonton has to break through this year. I mean, you've seen Vegas win it. You've seen Seattle go deep in the last 2 years. I mean, or like 2 years ago. Last year. They're not doing it again, obviously, this year. But the point is that, you know, you have Edmonton that's holding that lead in the Pacific Division by a large amount. And I don't know if they're playoff tested. Listen, I'm not going to doubt Thatcher Demko any day of the week. You know, and Elias Pettersson and the way that team is constructed. But Edmonton, I mean, they're like Edmonton is like the Flyers from the late 90s. Like they have everything but a goaltender. And seriously, they do like
No, you're right.
Their defense is a bit suspect, but I mean, overall, like that team is just they have so much firepower, but at the same time, you know, Zach Hyman had 50 goals this year. You have Connor McDavid. You have Leon Draisaitl. You have, you know, Darnell Nurse. There's no reason that teams should not be able to go deep because at least you don't have Mike Smith in goal anymore. Yeah, it's Stuart Skinner, but you don't have you need something there. They need to figure that part out because they're really not going to go deep unless they catch like Stuart Skinner gets like Aiden Hill. You know, it catches fire like Aiden Hill did last season.
Yes, I'll interrupt real quick because we do have a question here from Richard first, and then actually before I get to that here real quick, just a little shout out here from Miles all the way.
Hey, started following us. Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm covering.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Even though you're an Islanders fan, I'll accept you. I'm just kidding. Hey, listen. Thank you in all seriousness for joining us. We really appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing to us. We really do appreciate your support. It's awesome.
I didn't have my predictions because, you know, Jimmy, Rangers fan, Bill, Scott, Flyers fans, one who want to win. I actually think Philly was going to win this game today. So, prediction wise.
Brzezinski, he scores! Johnny Brzezinski has tied the game!
No.
All right.
I'm going to go because since I've come in here, the Rangers scored 2 goals. So
you need to
get out of
leave.
here. I need to leave.
You're bad luck.
Yeah, I come in here with my Lindros jersey and I give the big team big juju.
From Capo behind the net Brzezinski gets it home, and we are tied at 2.
Eric Johnson left out of his zone, didn't close the gap between him and that's brutal.
And remember, if the score holds and the Rangers get a point, and I believe if the Red Wings lose, the Rangers are in the playoffs.
Yeah, to clinch a playoff.
Oh, Red Wings Capitals tied. 2-2.
Oh boy! Speaking of which,
yeah. I'll bring in this one real quick before we get back to the game here. Biggest story going in: Gensel, Kuznetsov to the Carolina, help or hurt. Accompanying success coming out, Landeskog's return.
Yeah, Landeskog. I was thinking that. Yeah,
Landeskog's return. I think Kuznetsov's a huge pickup for that Carolina
team, man. Oh, he's been huge for Carolina.
So good. So in terms of clinching tonight, and of course, like a lot of jockeying here, like Flyers obviously need the Red Wings to pull one out here. We got Red Wings Capitals 2-2. You got Bruins Panthers 2-2. You have Flyers Rangers 2-2. You got Penguins Hurricanes 2-1.
Whew. Jeez, man.
Take that as you will.
By the way, Johnny Brzezinski, his 6th, assisted by Capo Caco at 1:23 of the 3rd. And we got a brand new hockey game. 2-2 the score from MSG.
And Goza woke up his girlfriend and cat.
God, hell of a shot that was. I mean, that's a great play by Capo Caco too, but Morgan Frost is going to take that for some reason.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Brzezinski. Yeah, I'll give him credit.
But Johnson lost the puck along the wall, but at the same time, Morgan Frost kind of, half-assed the stick in the lane. I'd be charging right on him for that, trying to force that breakup instead of just trying to play the pass.
Yeah,
right.
But yet again, I'm not a professional hockey player. I'm just an amateur commentator, so my opinion is probably null and void.
You're just the father of future MLB All-Star players.
Yeah, actually, I don't know about that. Honestly, my older son is actually just getting to learn to play hockey now. So hopefully,
there you go.
One of these days, he can be like an amateur commentator, beer leaguer like me. And if he strives for that, then you got a lot of work, kid. So
that'll be worth it.
The kid's inheritance. The kid's inheritance isn't money. It's actually just this podcast when we're done.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that and my goalie gear. That's about it.
Here you go, Sawyer.
There you go.
Stanley Cup predictions. Well, meanwhile, hang on. Rangers trying to break in. That shot saved. Rebound saved by Harrison. And the puck's behind him. And they score! Alexei Lafreniere gives the Rangers the lead.
Man. Wait, I'll play it.
Alexei Lafreniere gets a career-high 21 goals on the season, and he's just given the Rangers a lead. And if this score holds, the Rangers are in the playoffs.
Again, the Rangers just need a win here, and they're
you got 5 guys around the net. How does that puck get in?
I don't know. No one. I think
I'll tell you, Torts isn't happy.
Well, let's see the replay here. So Lafreniere took the initial shot. Erison made the save. Zibanejad shot it from a really bad angle. Puck goes up in the air and just goes behind Erison. It went off of Erison. Oh, I thought that went behind the net, but it just bounced right back in front of Lafreniere, and he's able to just tip it back home, and the Rangers lead 3-2.
Oh, bounced up and down.
Yeah. They were trying to get it underneath.
Oh, no. Actually, you know what happened? Sanheim actually saw the loose puck, turned it over to Lafreniere, and he scored.
That's so funny.
Went off his ball up in the air.
And John Tortorella has called timeout.
Good. While he calls timeout.
Yeah, he saved the goal. He saved the goal, actually, Sanheim did. He saved the goal, and Lafreniere was just right there. Yep.
Yeah.
That's just a bang play. Oh,
brutal.
Anyway,
do you guys have any
Stanley Cup predictions? My prediction before the season was Boston versus Seattle, but Seattle's not looking so hot right now, so that's a dud for me. I still stand by Boston, but as far as the Western Conference, I mean, I kind of like the Jets. Maybe if things break right, either them or Dallas. Either them or Dallas.
I think it's going to be Florida, Dallas.
Really?
I was just going to say that.
Okay. All right.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
I think it's going to be
Saved by
something
Aerson.
like that.
Rebound by VC on a backhander. A save by Aerson.
Tortorella's not happy right now. Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't be either. You've given up 3 goals in a span of 7 minutes.
Yeah, three,
that's pretty bad.
Unanswered,
Correct.
mind you.
Correct.
Yep.
That's why the 2-0 lead's the worst in hockey.
I always
Agreed.
thought it was 3. I always thought it was 3-0.
2-0's the worst lead.
Ask the Leafs. They might have a different opinion.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Lofton. Pass in front. That shot just skipped wide. I'm praying Tortillas take us deep in the playoffs for years.
Tortillas, I like that
Tortillas.
one. That's funny.
Yep.
What's up, Steve, by the way?
That's a great nickname.
Tortillas.
That was funny.
The Philadelphia Tortillas.
Yep.
I like
John Tortilla.
Yeah, that's it.
It's long away from the Ken Hitchcock comment of the great tortellini.
Hey, I remember that.
Yeah. Did he come up with that all by himself? That was great.
Absolutely.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
We just bring back the food puns.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend just hit you with a pillow. That's because you woke her up, man. You shouldn't be waking up a girl like that. I get you're excited.
She only gave you the
your
pillow.
girlfriend. There are priorities here, Goza. Your girlfriend's more important than sports. Relax.
I don't know about that one.
You're telling me I'm wrong
I
here?
beg to differ there. I beg to differ. Yeah.
This is why we need a man cave, right?
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I got this office right here.
Yeah.
Oh
Same
my
here.
goodness.
Same here. You know?
That door
I hate all of you. 15-20
I'll
to
be
come
cool.
through. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. That chance in front save by Shesterkin. Rangers looking to break out.
This is
Jack
why we
Ross
need 2.5
comes
hours
in the zone.
away from wives/girlfriends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
By the way, I think the biggest story coming out
We
of the
got you,
playoffs-
Yuri. We see your comments. We apologize. There's just a lot happening right now. It's hard to catch up with everybody at this point.
By the way, I think the biggest story, in my opinion, coming out of this playoffs, if they make a deep run, the NHL is going to have to do something about the LTIR rules. Because if Vegas goes on a deep run, taking advantage of the LTIR, I'm not even saying that it's because Tampa Bay did this a couple years ago. Like the teams that can take advantage of it do, and then they get these players back, and there's no cap in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm curious if they're going to adjust the rules if Vegas makes a deep run and takes advantage of the current rule book with the LTIR. And makes an adjustment.
It makes it interesting to see, like, when
His front save, Shesterkin able to close the pads together, and he hangs on.
My view on that is that I really don't care about the LTIR rule in the postseason. I think that if you have an opportunity to dig it and your guy is healed, then you do it. That's hey, you can't circumvent the cap anymore, so that's a way to do it, and it doesn't matter in the playoffs. I'd be bigger proponent of a 3-2-1 system because that could change everything as far as the standings go. Because I think someone did a simulation a few weeks ago about if there was a 3-2-1 system, the Flyers would be like 10 points up on like Washington or something along those lines, or the Devils. And I'm like, that's the way to go because it's essentially the same thing when it's regulation only win as tiebreaker.
What a by Shesterkin on that shot from the blue line. Sorry, fellas, but Barclay Goodrow dumps into the zone afterwards. Go ahead.
Also,
that's the same.
Real quick, we got Rangers fan Jimmy here. We got Scott and Bill here. Who, wait for it, the logo.
Hey, there you go. Very good.
Right.
And Sad Flames fan here, but that's
Zibanejad behind the net for Panarin.
Sad Flames fan.
That's a shot saved by Aerson.
Oh my goodness.
4-3 Devils at the end of 2. Shots on goal 35 to 20.
Oh
What the heck?
End of 2. My God.
Wow.
What does that tell you about both those teams right there?
They suck.
A lot.
Yeah, they're not good.
They
A
suck.
lot.
Yeah.
While Panarin moves in for the Rangers, looking for an open lane. He gets it to Zibanejad. It's back for Panarin, but he can't handle that pass. Trocheck trying to get there as well. It's deep for Panarin, but the Flyers able to take it right back. And that's out to center. The fast changers are first in the NHL.
Yeah. Play with jam. What?
Wait, what? I'm a little confused by that, Steve.
Oh, Peter Laviolette, play with jam. Come on. Rangers 24/7, man. Absolutely.
That's my bad.
Play with jam.
My bad.
They
I
had
should have
the
known that.
t-shirts. They had the T-shirts that had lots
Flyers
of space
moving
on it.
in. They score! What a
Yeah,
shot!
the Flyers score.
It's a tie game at 3. Number 11 of Philadelphia able to
Travis
rifle
Konechny.
one.
DK, let's go. Oh, on the
Travis
fourth on the
Konechny.
short side.
Wow.
Assist. Who sprung to TK?
That's what I'm watching for now.
Yeah,
The Rangers did. They banked it along the wall.
Let's
Doing one here
go.
with-
What an absolute shot by Travis Konechny, and we're tied at 3.
Low glove over the
Wow.
pad. That is a hard shot to stop as a goalie. Yep, that's a friggin' great shot. Nice.
Yeah, that's just
That's the timeout effect.
Damn,
That's a
man.
timeout effect.
That's what Laviolette was so good at, getting the well-timed timeout to reevaluate and get
Nice
the
shot.
recollection of
Man.
minds.
Watch on the replay how he kind of rolls his wrists. He just changed the angle ever so slightly. It looked like he was going to shoot
Yeah.
the post, rolled his wrist out a little bit, changed the angle just enough. You believe it or not, as a goalie, you roll your wrist a quarter of an inch, that changes that shot by about 6 inches, and that makes a huge difference.
That was TK's
Yeah.
31st goal of the season. It ties his career high already.
Yep.
Wow. Also,
So
update
Travis
the score here,
Konechny
guys.
unassisted at 6:45, his 31st of the season, and we're tied 3-3.
Actually, it was assisted by the Rangers.
Washington-
Yeah, around the wall right to him.
Capitals lead the Red Wings 3-2.
God damn it.
Oh boy!
All right, so we got to get.
Boy. Okay, so if both of these scores hold and the Rangers get a point, the Rangers are in the playoffs.
Correct. Panthers lead 3-2 over the Bruins. Penguins still lead 2-1 over the Hurricanes.
Offside on the Flyers, by the way. Y'all are so fun to watch. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate
Al.
that.
Well, if you
Did
want to watch
TK
more, we're being live Thursday again.
Oh, I thought he
No,
kept
put
that
it short
in.
side. He put it low, short side.
Did TK put it oppo corner? No, it was low glove side, Steve.
Low,
Yeah.
short side.
Also, too, when the playoffs come around,
Mhm.
I'll be on I'm making a promise that I'll be on like every night. I'm making a run. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Kyle. Okay,
Dur-
I see you.
During the bubble playoffs, Scott and I, it was that was our first year as a podcast, wasn't it, Scott?
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
We did a recap podcast after every game, and I was still doing morning radio. So we would start
Wow.
recording at like 11 o'clock at night, finish around like midnight, 12:30. I would go to bed around 1 a.m. after editing and posting, and then I would wake up the next morning at 4:30 for work. It was a slog. I don't know how I did it. Thankfully, I'm done with this damn morning radio bull crap, and I can actually do.
4:30.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That's
We'd-
brutal,
we'd
man.
have
By the
to-
way, just to give you guys a heads up, our next live stream is actually going to be on March 28th. Jay and Jake from Jake Jackets will have Blue Jackets and the Penguins on Thursday night. So you want to tune in for that one, 7 p.m. Eastern time. To answer your question, Goza, it'll be Blue Jackets, Penguins. Jay and Jake from Jake Jackets will have that game for you. My next live stream, personally, will not be until my birthday, which is April 13th, when the Rangers take on the Islanders at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off, but I'll be back on my birthday, April 13th, Rangers versus the Islanders at 12:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, happy early birthday to you, Jimmy.
Happy early birthday. Yes.
happy
Thank you,
birthday,
guys.
brother.
Appreciate it.
So we'll
Unfortunately for me, I'm going to be the big 3-0, so please pray for my sanity.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
you'll be fine.
3-0.
I'm 33.
Wow.
Scott's like 52. He's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. I look good for my age.
You
Wow.
absolutely do, Scott.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nah,
Thank you very much.
all of you guys look fantastic. in all
I just
seriousness.
turned
12 minutes to
27
go.
last-
Yeah.
I turned
Bill, you
27
don't look a day over 44.
Period. 3-3 the score. Rangers and the Flyers. We got ourselves a game here, folks, as the Rangers dump into the zone. Sanheim able to play it for Philly. Double team by a couple of Rangers. And the Flyers
so
able
funny.
to move it up ice.
That's so funny.
Shesterkin out to play for the Rangers. Has to be careful. It's a turnover in the zone. 71 moves in on a backhand. Just misses wide.
This is amazing. Wokes is like 40 years
here.
Oh my goodness, Steve. Yo.
That's amazing.
Uh-oh, we got a penalty coming up.
Real quick, for live streams to finish the year, just letting everybody know too. So we have about 4 streams left. I'm doing 1 Flames Jets. That's nothing. But we're doing 4 left, and then what? Active come playoff time. So me and Neil are going to be on a lot. Dylan's going to be doing a lot for the Canucks games. We're getting our Leafs guys to do a lot. The Canes guys are going to do a lot.
I'll be doing a.
Jimmy will do some if the Flyers make it.
Depending on how important that final game 82 is between the Flyers and Caps, I think Scott and I will make an attempt.
Let me know. I'll keep an eye.
I think that'll be huge.
What is that?
Hey, there he is. What's up, Andrew B? How you doing?
That's a good one. We should keep an eye on that, actually.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good point.
Flyers.
That's interesting.
Flyers on the power play for the 3rd time tonight. They are 1 for 2.
Ooh, 10 minutes to go, too.
When is that last game?
11:05.
So sorry, Jimmy, you get a
3-3 the score.
You clinch. So you clinch if you get a point and the Red Wings lose in any fashion, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 10 minutes left over there on that one. Capitals still lead 3-2.
All right.
Flyers on the power play.
Yep. Oh, good play by the Rangers defense in neutral ice. Flyers have to get back on side, and they do. They play it back in their own end. 10:40 to go, 3rd period. 3-3 the score. Flyers move up ice, trying to get set up. As a pass back for number 11. He can't handle it. Zibanejad trying to move in shorthanded. Rangers do move in 2-on-1. Zibanejad. Good pass. Score!
Oh my God.
From Mika Zibanejad to Vincent Trocheck. And the Rangers take the lead. It's 4-3. And might I add, that is a short-handed goal. Unreal. Vincent Trocheck has given the Rangers the lead.
Konechny got tripped up there too. He got tripped up at the blue line. He missed the puck, but he got tripped up by Trocheck there.
That's
unbelievable.
Yeah, I did just see that. Yeah.
That's a miscall. That's a misplay on that.
That's so brutal.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
You could call it was like may have been interference a little bit.
The look of disdain by Torts that there was no penalty call on Trocheck there.
Yeah.
That's the classic Torts look right there. When you see that look, you know you're in trouble.
Interference or a trip, one of the two. That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's a misplay.
Now would that be reviewable under next
I was
year's
just
rules?
gonna ask.
Under the new rules? I don't know.
I think it has to be a call on the ice to be reviewed, though. I don't think this would be reviewable.
I don't know.
That's a real. It should be reviewable if that's the case.
They've had 2 terrible calls and miscalls. One being that, and then they had the high stick call earlier on Forrester in the 1st period. Thankfully, it didn't lead to a goal, but still, it was a miscall.
There's no need to be sorry for you, by the way, Andrew B. I hope that you're doing okay, though, in all seriousness.
Yep.
We hate to see anybody feel kind of down. We want people to be happy on these streams. We want you guys to have fun. That's the most important thing around here. So whatever's going on, I hope you're okay.
Let's lighten the mood here.
Favorite player currently playing right now. Non-Ranger, by the way, Trocheck, his 25th assisted by Zibanejad, shorthanded at 9:34. And the Rangers
I'll say Cole Caulfield.
3. What's that?
Cole Caulfield. That's mine.
Cole Caulfield, okay. Non-Ranger player, I would say probably Jason Robertson.
If I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to sound blasphemous.
Oh, God.
Mitch Marner.
Really?
I love Mitch Marner.
Okay.
I love Mitch. Yes, I can't stand the Maple Leafs, but I've seen Mitch Marner and I've seen him in person, and he just plays the game in all 3 levels. He plays the game in all 3 zones, plays in all segments of the game. He's the most versatile player that you can find on that team. He's not just a scorer; he's a playmaker.
Flyers score!
Oh my God.
Boom! 4 is able to move in. It's Owen Tippett, and we're tied again.
Tippett, let's go. Let's see how this goes.
What is happening? What is happening right now?
Game.
This is
My
fucking
goodness.
drunk. Oh, excuse my
This
language.
is great. Who called said it was going to be a third period? Was that you, Jimmy? Or was that you, Kyle? Who said it was going to be a great third
me.
period?
Me. I called
That was not me.
Oh.
called that.
I had nothing to do with this.
Oh man, you know what? That's a tough goal for Shesterkin too, because the backhand hit the post. And rule number 1 as a goalie, you don't move. And I think he might have come off the post just a smidge too early. Let me see this again real quick.
Was that a saucer pass by
Morgan Frost?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Frost got
That's
it.
amazing.
Wow. So it went up, the backhand went off the post and then backed off a skate and in. That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's the worst
on
goal
the
to give
year.
up as a goalie.
That's brutal.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
I love the desperate swipe and turn around when go. I see these guys do it like it's already
Yes.
in. Just let me take
Yes.
the glove and just swipe it out.
You didn't
Like
see
that
anything.
never
Oh,
happened.
You didn't
Not like
see
there's
anything.
16 cameras around in the net anyway.
Just the tip by Owen Tippett.
Nice. 7:38 to go in regulation. It is a 4-4 game.
We never said we'd be a PG.
Come to in this game. Unbelievable. What a game this has been.
Wow, this was
Owen Tippett, his 26th, assisted by Morgan Frost at 11:45.
I'm glad I stuck around because as I come in, it looks like there's been a much more action as I came in. So
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That's right.
I'll take the credit for that one.
Oh my gosh.
What a game. What a
Kyle, real
game.
quick, I know
Yeah.
you said you were a Calgary fan. I don't. That is a shame because
Yeah.
that's a special thing. But I'll tell you what, I'm curious to see that new building that their new barn they're putting up there because the Saddle Dome, that's a legendary arena.
Oh,
in
what a
Edmonton.
glove save by Shesty.
Yeah, we're waiting to build it for 2027. So we're just kind of look. It's so bad in the Saddle Dome. They have the bathrooms like one's on this end and the other's on this end, and that's it.
Oh God,
Sucks. It's so bad there. They
Youch.
get more bad. It's pretty bad.
that's
Yeah.
what arena I want to get and I want to see. I want to see it before I close it.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 years because they're gonna start. They're still gonna have it because they're gonna put it right beside the Saddle Dome, and they might like leave it as like a museum. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, you have 2 years before they start building the new arena.
Okay,
Yeah, so there you go.
you're looking out.
Also, cheap tickets, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get 25% off because I'm American. And so you get
I'm
the
jealous.
exchange rate.
Andrew, to answer your question, I worry about anybody who's feeling down. So yes, I do hope that you're okay. And if you're
Yes.
not, we're here for you.
Totally.
Meanwhile, we got ourselves a game here. 4-4. Connor, nobody asked you. Be quiet. But anyway,
Connor, I'm in, buddy. Connor,
I'm into that, Connor.
That's what we need to see on this more, Connor. Good job.
I'm
That's
new
so
here.
funny.
I don't know, but is there any way you're able to show the game? Unfortunately, no, because we'll get banned from here. So all we can show you is the fancy scoreboard you see on the screen here.
Why would you want to watch it when you can see us?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you want to see all of this?
Yeah.
I don't think
Did they answer the MSG trivia question? No, they did not. They're probably going to answer that during the next.
What was it again? We could also find it out because we have the advantage of being on Google.
No, don't Google. What's the question?
I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
The question was what? Most hat tricks by a Ranger.
Oh,
in a
here we
single
go. Here we
season.
go. Who holds the Rangers record for hat tricks in one season? What are they going to guess? I'm curious.
I'm gonna say Mark Messier.
I'm going to say Roger Bear. Thomas Sandstrom.
Wow, Sandstrom.
Oh, I got that.
Kyle said that.
Yeah.
You said Thomas Sandstrom? Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because I joked, I was like, watch it.
He had
I joked
four.
like
He had 4 in 1986, 1987.
Yeah, I thought I was in the same line as you, Scott. I thought it was going to be Messier because I thought
Yeah,
it was
Wow.
Messier, Adam Graves, Brian Leach, like all those guys.
Good job. Good job, Kyle.
Yeah, seriously.
I would have never.
Ooh, yeah,
Good
right?
job,
Yeah,
Kyle,
right
you
off the
got it.
shoulder, 100%.
Not bad. I don't get one
Wow.
often, but when I do,
Ryer's giving us a game. Yes, they are, Goza.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I like these Smurf matchups again. The Flyers and Smurfs. It's always a lot of fun.
Bruins have tied it in Florida. It's now 3-3.
Man,
oh boy, here we go.
5 minutes.
Great night of hockey, man. Great night.
And the
hockey.
Capitals are still leading 3-2 with 5 minutes left.
Yes, and Andrew's saying again, Boston scores again. 3-3.
Yep, there we go. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. 6
What do we got left here?
to go here in our game. 4-4 the score. Rangers and the Flyers. It's turned into a real barn burner all of a sudden. As the Flyers win this draw, that shot just goes wide. Rangers
so
trying to get it out. Zibanejad. Now Zach Jones battling for it. Zach Jones able to get to the loose puck. Gets it along. It's a turnover behind the net. 19 moves in. Saves Shesterkin.
So again, reminder, Rangers 1 point. And if the Red Wings lose, Rangers clinch tonight.
Yes.
Garnet.
Barclay Goodrow moves in. Gets it along for Kreider. Back for Goodrow. Around for Braden Schneider. Schneider tried to feed Zibanejad. That's deflected up high and out of play. 6:05 to go in the third.
Okay. Okay, got it. Oh, also too, Jimmy, like the Rangers don't have to win tonight in order to get in. If the Red Wings
No, they don't.
Yeah, if they flat out lose, they're still in.
Yes.
So, okay. I'm trying to keep I got some graphics to show later because there's like 4 teams that can clinch tonight. There's so many goddamn scenarios that I can't keep track.
That's like the weird part of this.
There's more scenarios for Carolina. That shot at the face-off, and the Rangers score! No. It's Lafreniere. No, actually, is it Panarin? It's either Panarin or Lafreniere. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't see who took the initial shot, but either way, the Rangers take a 5-4 lead. And it looks to be, it's Alexis Lafreniere again. He's got 2 tonight.
Oh, crap. And TK's hurt.
No, because Konechny blocked the shot off the initial face-off. Oh, oh, God. Oh, that's not going to be pretty.
Oh my!
Just to add injury to insult, Konechny gets hurt blocking a shot, and Alexis Lafreniere is able to put on the rebound. So now, once again, if the Rangers win and the Red Wings lose, the Rangers are in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
You know what? The Red Wings have tied the game.
What?
Wow, nice.
Yo!
3-3. 3-3 in Washington. Bruins take the lead over the Panthers. 4-3 Bruins.
So now, hang on. So if the Rangers win outright now, does that mean they're in, or do the Red Wings still have to lose?
If the Red Wings, if the Rangers win, you're in. There's
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah. But Red Wings Capitals 3-3, 4:37 to go on that one.
Lafreniere, his second of the game, 22nd of the season, assisted by Panarin and Trocheck at 13:59. Panarin has now 101 points on the season.
No.
Could you root for your rival? Hell no.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Who do you like better, Bedard, McDavid, or Crosby, or Ovechkin?
Crosby,
Right
Ovechkin. Crosby,
Yeah.
because the major markets see them. The major markets see them.
Yeah,
Crosby and Ovechkin, no question. Crosby and Ovechkin.
Ovechkin gained so much respect from me after seeing him party like there was no tomorrow after winning.
When he won the cup, man,
That was the greatest post-cup final celebration I've ever seen. And the only thing that will top it is whenever the Flyers win it, and we see Owen Tippett seems like a guy that would go hard. Scott, in the parties,
100%.
He would go
MTK. You know, I want to see those guys go at it. Absolutely, Jamie Drysdale. You know,
yes.
You know who?
I didn't notice. Did Nick Seeler come back tonight, or is he still hurt?
No, him and Drysdale still in IR.
Okay.
You know,
they skated today though. They both skated today.
I did see that. That's what I saw. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
4 minutes to go.
I'll raise you Brent Burns for being the guy to party like crazy if he wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Brent Burns, yeah. Boy, there's a guy who's been through everything and just can't get its name on the cup.
No.
Yeah, poor guy. All those years in San Jose.
Bruins lead, by the way, 4-3 on the Panthers with 1:50 to go.
Ooh. Oh, Shesterkin kept that puck out, and now it's in.
No
They
way!
scored!
It's 5-5! What is
you
going on here?
I almost fell. I'm okay.
This game is bonkers.
Let's go. That's it.
8 goals!
Forrester.
This
Oh
game
my
is
God.
absolutely bonkers. My goodness.
Okay, I'm going to say this now. Please give me Flyers Rangers in the playoffs. Please. I want to see this. I want to see this for 7 friggin' games.
I need someone to pull the clip because I definitely almost fell off of my chair when Jimmy said that they scored.
I saw that.
I was going like this. I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna fall. I gotta fall."
Don't quit. They don't.
Oh.
My God, this is a dogfight.
Wait, Connor, are you predicting or telling us? Wait, Connor, is Connor way ahead of us, or is he predicting?
He was predicting.
Okay, got it.
Oh, my
Hathaway.
goodness.
Hathaway. That's Hathaway. Hathaway
It's hot.
got
It
in
is
the net,
Hathaway's
and Forster
goal.
tapped it in. Great play by Garnet Hathaway. Just staying with it,
Wow.
chipping it away. Fanned on the first shot, the second one. Awful
Wow.
rebound control by Shesterkin. Loses sight of it.
4-3 Boston. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're still there. NBC Sports is giving that to Forrester, but still, that was Hathaway's play.
Oh, Hathaway made that play happen. Because look at that. Miss, shot, it whacked at it. They didn't go in, and then Forster tapped it in. That's Forster's goal. Rich, that's Forster's goal.
I don't think the
This
puck
is
was completely over the
crazy.
line.
No, it
Andrew.
was not. It was not.
Tyson
Richard,
Forrester's
sorry, Richard.
19th of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the craziest games I have ever witnessed this season. It is 5-5.
This season.
10
This is the craziest game
combined
I've ever
goals
seen.
between both teams.
What a night.
Unreal.
What a night.
Connor, stop speaking things into existence.
Keep speaking in existence,
Yeah,
Connor.
keep going, Connor. I'm not.
Wait,
gonna
Connor,
say
stop, because every time you say something, the other team does it. The other team scores. So stop. Just root for the tie right now, all right? Root for the overtime point.
Oh, God. 3 minutes to go in regulation
Amazing.
time. It is 5-5 Rangers and the Flyers.
Jared
Third
calling
period
for the
shots are
Bruins to win.
13-8 in favor of the Flyers. Rangers
Man.
move in the zone. Panarin moving in. Pass in the corner now. Panarin's got it back. Gets it for Adam Fox. Fox plays it behind the net. Nobody there. Flyers able to move it up. It's out to center. Zach Jones being battled at by a couple of Flyer defenders. Now Adam Fox has it. Fox plays up the left for Panarin. Panarin moves up, looking for an open man. Has trouble being battled at by a Flyer defender. Now the puck is out to center for Zach Jones. Jones, now Lafreniere. Now we got a whistle here. What do we got?
Don't tell
Looks
me.
like we
it's
have
a
a
goal.
hand.
Red Wings Capitals are going to overtime.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
boy.
So
Nice.
the Flyers
Go
got to
Red
get at
Wings.
least a
Let's
point.
go Red Wings. Get that point.
Correct. They
Get that
need
extra
a
point.
point here. They need a point here.
So
Yeah.
now, does this change the scenario here for the Rangers now? So now what happens?
So for the Rangers here, again, I'll just read it through. If they defeat the Flyers in any fashion, or they get 1 point and the Red Wings lose to Washington in any fashion, or if the Red Wings lose
Okay.
to the Capitals in
So
regulation.
if the Capitals win in overtime and this score holds, the Rangers are in.
Correct.
Okay.
Or if the Rangers just win, yes.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
Flyers, if the Flyers don't get a point tonight, they will slip to the second wild card seed.
Yes.
If Washington
Okay.
wins.
I see.
If Washington wins, because Washington's got a game in hand.
I'm going to update
Gotcha.
too as well, because the Bruins just won. The Bruins can't clinch tonight because their only way to clinch was if they won against the Panthers and the Red Wings lose to the Capitals in regulation. So the Bruins can't
Oh,
clinch.
okay. So the Bruins win, but they don't clinch. Okay. Got it.
Correct. Carolina right now is losing to the Penguins 3-1. They're going to lose here, it looks like. So the Hurricanes will not clinch tonight. So the only team that
Wow.
can clinch tonight is the New York Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Boston
I'm
won.
kind of
Boston
surprised. All right.
Yeah. So again, Boston cannot clinch though tonight because the Red Wings did not lose to the Capitals in regulation.
So Boston's not going to clinch Carolina's not going to clinch. So
Florida can't clinch.
The Rangers
either
are the
because they
only team
lost.
tonight that has a chance to clinch,
Correct.
barring the result from Red Wings.
Yeah.
Cap.
There were a lot of stipulations, but now that's kind of where we're at now. So the Rangers are the
Okay.
only team that can clinch now.
All right, fair enough. See, this is why you want to stick around with us when it comes to the playoffs, because we got crazy stuff happening. We got a 5-5 game here between the Rangers and the Flyers. We got clinching scenarios all over the place. Boston wins, but they don't clinch. Carolina loses, so that's actually huge for the Rangers because they still have the lead in the Metro Division. So that's a huge sigh of relief right there that Carolina lost. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for once. But anyway, 2:15 to go in regulation time. 5-5 the score. Panarin
I'll keep an
to
eye out for Red Wings Capitals, by the way. I'll let you know.
What's that?
I'll keep an eye out for Red Wings Capitals. And
Okay.
keep you guys in the loop.
Thank you, Kyle.
One thing
Man.
That's a fire toward the. Oh my! Shesterkin got run into after he made the save by Hathaway, and now we got a scrum.
Penguins scored again, by the way. 4-1 Penguins.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yeah, that game's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah. 20 seconds
my
left. It's over.
God.
Yeah.
I don't blame Shesterkin for getting mad about that. That
Yeah,
was-
I don't either. I don't
I'd
either.
be pissed, too. I'd be pissed. Oh, my Lanta.
I know somebody who says that a lot. Oh, my Lanta. I'll say this. I gotta wonder a little bit after this game. I've noticed something. All the shots are going high blocker side on Sam Ersson. So he fixed his 5-hole issues from a couple weeks ago, and now he's getting beat high blocker side. Every shot has been going to the blocker side except for the Trocheck goal. I will say this, but I gotta wonder, and honestly, I gotta wonder about Igor Shesterkin's confidence right now, because he hasn't had the best of seasons. He's played okay, been good, but Johnny Quick has been right there on the spot pushing him a little bit.
Yes.
100%.
I really got to wonder if you're
100%. Yes.
if you're Peter Laviolette and you're going into this playoff, do you pull the same move that he pulled in 06 with Carolina, where he started Martin Gerber in the first two games and then went to Cam Ward and they went on that run after they were being down 0-2 against Montreal in the first round?
Uh-oh, Flyers moving again. That time Shesterkin makes the stop. Big time save by Igor Shesterkin.
Man.
I retract my comments. His confidence is fine.
Are you sure about
I love
that?
it.
Oh. A minute 20 to go in regulation. It is
Where's the
5-5.
The John Cena me. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shots on goal, by the way, 41-26 in favor of the Flyers, and it's a 5-5 game.
Wow.
Actually, it was a flub. It was a flub. Actually, it never got to him. The defenseman took it off a connecting stick and never got to Shesterkin.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute to go in the third. My goodness.
Red Wings Capitals are currently in overtime right now.
Still going in overtime? Okay.
Still rolling. Yep. Nothing happened yet. Still rolling.
Wow.
I'll say this. I like the fact that the Flyers have 5 goals on 41 shots tonight. I don't like the fact that they've given up 5 on 26, but it tells me one thing, that they're playing wide open hockey and they're taking some chances.
We don't want to see that happen, Andrew. We don't want to see anybody do that. So whatever's going on, you'll be okay. We're here for you.
What do we got here?
1 minute to go in the regulation. Shot at the faceoff by Kreider is blocked.
Oh, jeez. What do we got? Best player on the Flyers and best player on the Rangers, in your guys' opinion?
Panarin for the Rangers and Tippett for the Flyers.
Well, there you go.
No, I go Konechny for the Flyers.
Konechny, okay.
I go Konechny.
When he's back and he's in a fully healthy, it's Couturier, but right now it's TK. Especially because TK's about to get a nice hefty paycheck from the Flyers.
Oh, man.
Fair enough.
That would be
You would hope. You would assume he would, yeah.
This is where it gets tricky too for the Flyers, because really define best player. Like define best player. That point of rebuild. Best scorer, best all-around player, or best just playmaker, because they're all different.
Yeah, I would say all around probably.
All around, you got to go probably Couturier, because he still plays 200 feet.
Yeah,
you had to say that. Konechny has gotten a lot better, but Konechny is a lot more offensive minded. And
and by the way, guys, this game is going to overtime. Each team has a point.
Thank God. I'll take that. The Flyers really need that point. They really needed that point because
my. Now we await the results of Red Wings and the Capitals.
So nothing yet. Again, if the Rangers just handle their business, they're in. And again, if they get 1 point and the Red Wings lose to Washington, they're in. So the Rangers can still lose and find a way in, but I'll keep you updated to see what the Red Wings do here.
Yeah,
it's over.
We shall see.
It's over.
Bobby Brink is going to be a surprise next. Yeah,
Bobby Brink's been playing really, really good hockey.
He
What's over, Kyle?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I have a result.
Wait, what? What happened?
Capitals win in overtime.
All right, now
who scored the goal?
Capitals win in overtime. It was
Internet.
Dylan Strome in overtime, assisted by Lapierre and John Carlson.
Kyle, for some reason, I got cut off because apparently there was some lag on your end. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
The Capitals win in overtime.
Wow! So because of that, the New York Rangers are in the Stanley Cup playoffs. How about that?
How crazy is it? As soon as this game went to overtime, Flyers get a point, and then Washington gets an extra point.
Yeah, right.
Wow, like my God, I don't understand how Washington's still in this thing minus 27 goals.
But they've got it. Don't ask me. I wish I knew.
In any fashion. Yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, so
the Rangers do what they have to do. They get a point against the Flyers. The Capitals beat the Red Wings in overtime, and the New York Rangers have officially clinched a berth in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
By the way, someone asked this earlier if they should go back to the 1 through 8 seeding. Duh. Like,
yeah.
Like, the fact that this format
agree.
is still happening with this in-division wild cards play the top 2 division winners, like that literally makes no sense. Go back to the classic 1 through 8 and just hash it out from there. Top 2, if you want to organize it, like realign the conferences in some capacity so you get the top 4 seeds or division winners, and then 5 through 8 are wild card or in best available play teams.
I agree.
Like, it's nonsense that we have this like cockamamie whatever playoff this is. Like, it's not real.
Like that word. By the way,
it's so
we're underway. We're underway in overtime. 5-5 the score. So no matter what happens here, the Rangers are in the playoffs as they move in the zone. Now Panarin moves in. He takes a shot that just misses wide. Panarin
you should go check out the Twitter account on THPN.
Oh God. I'll check it in a minute.
Listen,
Panarin
I'm no
keeps
artist,
his own.
but
Fox now has it. Back for Fox. He moves in and shoots. He scores! Scores! The Rangers win in overtime! Adam Fox gets it done! Adam Fox does it again. He's been finding his offensive stroke, and the Rangers win it in overtime 6-5, and they are in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It's on Paling. You can't leave them that wide open. You let them walk right down the slot. And where did they go again? Where did they shoot?
Glove side.
Where did they shoot?
Or blocker side.
High blocker. That's becoming a problem.
Wow.
That is becoming a problem.
What a game. What a freaking game. 11 combined goals by both teams. Rangers not only clinch a playoff spot, but they win it in overtime thanks to Adam Fox. Again,
I'm not upset by this. I'm not upset by it. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you.
So
Listen,
the Flyers
battled back 3 times in this game for the lead and to tie that game up. That's what you want to see. Like, I'm not making excuses. Yeah, you should get the 2 points. But at the end of the day, it's a bang-bang play. Sanheim's a bit out of position, not covering the slot, and boom, they're going high blocker again. And I'll say this. Being able to battle back, and if you get to the playoffs, you're 5-on-5. I'm telling you that this would be magic in the postseason.
So
by the way, I'm sorry, Kyle. I don't mean to cut you off, but for Peter Laviolette, that is his 800th win as an NHL head coach.
I'll give Peter a golf.
I definitely give Peter a clap.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite coach. My favorite coach in the NHL. I love Peter Laviolette.
Absolutely, Kyle. What were you going to say? I apologize.
Just to update people on the standings now. So with that loss, the Flyers now go to 82 points, picking up the point. The Capitals get their full 2 points. They go to 81 now, 1 point back of the Flyers. And the Red Wings still collect a point, so they're at 79.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
And I think it's a problem too because the Capitals, I believe, have 2 games in hand. Am I correct with that, Kyle?
Let me find out. Yeah,
I thought they had 2 games
Yes,
still.
they do.
Yeah.
Flyers
Oh, they
have
do.
played-
Okay. They do.
Flyers have played 73 and Caps have played 71.
Yeah.
So, man, it makes things very
Mm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
the Flyers. So when the Flyers went to overtime, when the Capitals won, and the Flyers were in overtime, the Flyers jumped down to the second wild card because of the Capitals have a game in hand. Now they're 1 point ahead of the Caps. The Caps have a game in hand.
Yep.
They're still third in the division. Boy, this is
What a wild game indeed, Danelle. What a wild live stream. What a game. What a
Great game.
The NHL. The Rangers have clinched a spot in the playoffs and they win it 6-5 over the Flyers in overtime. Hey, listen, as much as I hate the Flyers, you two are awesome. I really like you guys a lot. This was a blast to do with you both. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Please, let's do this again real soon.
absolutely, Jimmy. 100%.
Yep.
100%. 100%.
Let's
It's
go.
been a blast. You guys are awesome.
Hey.
Kyle, you're just awesome in general. Thank you as
Kyle.
always for always wanting to come on here and talk some smack about our teams. We always like to have a lot of fun on this channel, but you're always welcome to come back anytime you want.
Hey, damn right I'm welcome to come back. It's my goddamn channel.
Hey, look, in all seriousness,
I own you. That's what
Yeah.
he's saying.
go subscribe to the Orange and Back Check podcast, a great podcast on the Flyers. These two know their stuff about Philadelphia hockey. And please make sure you go subscribe to my show From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast presented by SeatGeek. Use code BLUESEATS for $20 off your first ticket purchase at checkout. That's code BLUESEATS only at SeatGeek. And once again, a final reminder that this live stream was brought to you by DraftKings. Use code THPN to sign up. New customers can bet $5 on the NHL and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's code THPN only at DraftKings. Must be 21 plus in select states. And please play responsibly. Yes, Kyle?
Oh, no, just pointing badly.
Pointing badly.
Yeah, let's wrap her up.
Oh, my goodness. And on that note, once again, the final score for tonight, the Rangers beat the Flyers in overtime 6-5, and they are in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Gentlemen, thank you guys so much again. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it again real soon.
Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Kyle. It was a pleasure, guys.
Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon. And Scott and Bill from the Orange and Back Check podcast. My name is Jimmy. This has been another THPN Watch Party, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace and take care.